We are back, Wyoming Dynasty Season 3. I know some of the sentiment around the program has currently been a little bit of disappointment, but listen, I know legendary head coach Gene Dangus, I get the drill. When I come to the program, you expect national championships, and you're going to get them. We won 8 wins. We won 8 games in 2025 after 3 in 2024, 9 games in 2026, and currently 0 in 2027, but I don't think that's going to hold up because we've got a much improved team here entering Season 3. We have, honestly, kind of a quarterback debate. Of course, we're live on Twitch as always. Twitch chat is above me. Not always a great thing, but there they are. We have a little bit of a quarterback controversy potentially because Mason Drube has been upgraded to an 85 overall. He's got 91 throw power, very good overall accuracy, and can move a little bit. And then we have our starter from last season, Kerry Mears, who is obviously much more athletic, now has a stronger arm than Mason Drube. He's been working, just the accuracy that has fallen behind a little bit. So, I mean, that's obviously got a lot of room to improve. So, we've got a little bit of a quarterback controversy heading into week 1 at BYU. Of course, we added some big names in the transfer portal, bringing in Zabian Brown. Micah Gilbert's getting better. Derek Simmons has been moved to defensive tackle and is getting better. We brought in Messiah Delhomme. Allen Hennessy and Taquan Beard are getting even better. We brought in Myron Robinson. Our new starting running back is going to be Jaden Scott. But you also will see probably some of Matt Lovelace like he did last season. And the true freshman Mike Whalen, who thinks he's not going to have the playing time to stay here, but we'll have to see what happens. But I am excited about this team. I want to talk about Carl Worthy at the start here. True freshman 5-star, star development. I think he's going to be a big difference maker for us. Already 87 finesse moves. Already 85 speed, 89 acceleration. Already good strength. Already a good tackler. He's got quick jump. He's got takedown, even though they're only bronze. I think he's going to be a real factor for us off the edge. Our schedule to start is not an easy one. We've got a rivalry game versus BYU in Laramie. It's a home game, but BYU is a pretty good team. Before taking on number 22 Texas Tech. At Air Force is a potentially challenging game. Of course, we still have the Mountain West schedule because we still have not won the Mountain West. And then, of course, at Boise State is not an easy game near the end of the season before hopefully a cupcake in Delaware to end the year before what I imagine will be the conference championship. That's what I'm hoping for. If you want to check out recruiting, we're in a decent spot. Of course, still trying to improve at receiver, and there are a number of really good 4- and 5-star receivers in here that I think could be real difference makers. They're all kind of light, 167, 163. I mean, 6'4", 186 is not exactly huge. And then Tyree Kirkendall is kind of like built like a tank at 6'2", 211. But I'm excited about this class. Obviously, going after some 5-stars and some 4-stars. We'll see what we're able to bring in. I think we've actually recruited really well to start Wyoming Dynasty. We want to get better up front. I think our offensive line has taken some strides going into year 3. So I'm excited about their potential. It's still not great, though. It's still not great. Cooper Lawson is not starting, so don't worry about that. But it's, high 70s and low 80s, except for Jesse Perry and Caden Massey. So we really wanted to improve tackle. Massey and Perry will start at left tackle and right tackle, and they should be pretty good there. Pierre Bibbs might get a start in there at guard as well, so he's certainly somebody to watch. So it is an improved offensive line, and I'm hoping we can get time to actually throw the football to guys like 5-star, true freshman Ezekiel Elodi, only impact dev, but platinum cutter. He's going to be a really good route runner for us. He's going to get open. He's good after the catch. I'm excited to see what he can do to totally open up our offense. We'll see how he performs in week 1. His college football debut comes up next. Ahead of this BYU game, we are very close to unlocking the ability at least to get Architect. Of course, like, we need Tactician first, and then we need to spend 20 in Tactician after buying it. But Architect is always really valuable. You can increase random skill caps, potentially, and earn additional XP. It's really good. I kind of wanted to go Talent Developer for this. I don't know that we're going to get a player drafted in the first round this next season, but obviously would not be able to unlock that for a little while. But BYU is a rivalry game. And I will say, following the tune of last year, I thought we played well. Kerry Mears is the starting quarterback. That's just the way it's going to be. Does Droob have a chance to come in and play if things don't go well? If we can't find any type of offensive consistency? Yeah. There's a possibility that he will see the field. But Kerry Mears, I thought, was pretty good as a true freshman. And I think now that he's a stronger arm and better mobility significantly than Mason Droob, Kerry Mears is the obvious choice at starter. But Droob is way more accurate. We'll see if that comes back to bite us. BYU, they're a tough team. This is not an easy week one. But we'll see if we can make it look easy. A lot of new names to learn. Elodie, Jaden Smith is the transfer over at the far right side of your screen at receiver. And then we moved a receiver to tight end in Earl. Of course, we don't have JMG or Kenyon Sadiq anymore. Or any protection. Kerry Mears sacked to start. Not the start we were looking for. Not at all. We're going to check down. Scott is there. That's a transfer. Doesn't really get us a ton. And we're already in a tough spot. Now, these receivers can run a little bit on the outside. We'll see what type of release they can get. And we might have a chance. We're just going to float it up there. And that is not where we needed it. It still actually hit Gilbert right in the hands. But he's not able to make the catch. And it's a 3 and out to start. I don't know why we can't lead that fully to the sideline. It's killer. Unfortunate. All right. Let's see what this defense can do. From the midfield, Chad Woodfork, another transfer, has platinum quick jump. Oh, we're in man coverage. We're not even close, but pressure got there. It doesn't matter. And speak of the devil, Chad Woodfork gets to the quarterback. The devil has like the pitchfork type of thing. There's something there with the name fork in Woodfork. I don't know. Whatever. What am I talking about? Let's score here. Oh, man, another check down. And Scott is just wrapped up for a loss. Jaden Scott, a couple of catches, -1 yard receiving. This has not been a great start for our offense. Some check downs, but this is what we want. Get Jaden Scott out in the open field. Let him make a play. And we finally manage a first down. Let's go, Kerry. Getting on the move with Kerry Mears. He just doesn't have great speed. And he's going to be sacked. We had receivers. I just kind of thought we could run away from the rush there. It didn't happen. Got to get rid of that one. Mears is not, super duper athletic. He's nearly caught off the tip. 3rd and 12. Now we got to get locked in. Get to the back of the drop. Get the ball out. And that's going to be intercepted. Never saw anything coming open. Oh, man. What a nightmare start. BYU gets a field goal. And they have the football back. All right. Hey, first game of the year. We better dial in. I am happy the way the defense is played. And there is the true freshman off the edge. Carl Worthy making a really nice play. And let's see if we can start to get something going on offense. True freshman Ezekiel Elodie. Couldn't really find him. It's tough to throw a slant all the way across the other side of the field. It's a 57-yarder. Eric Sandvik, I think, can hit these, though. Get a little bit of wind on our side. It's all about the accuracy at this point. And Sandvik's kick is good. We're tied. And we're gonna dial in. And you know what it is? It's about establishing the run. We have not done it enough. I don't know that I like halfback direct snap. 4th and 4. We're going to keep the offense out there. I mean, we got to start moving the chains here. I don't really like these routes. Maybe he just wants Lance out of the field. Get the ball out. Figure out where to go. There's Micah Gilbert. He makes the catch. I'm hoping Carey's going to settle in here. Hasn't been the best start ever. Carey taking off on 3rd and 4, and he's going to find it. 6 rushes for 8 yards. Of course, sacks are kind of playing into that a little bit. He's got to protect a little bit better, and we got to get open. I feel like we're not really getting open to start. That looks open, but Earl can't make the catch. That's the whole thing you're supposed to be able to do, is catch the ball. A wide receiver that got moved to tight end and can't catch. What are you good at? Here's 2nd and 10. Thrown to the end zone. Man, that is really good coverage. How are they taking that away? Here's 3rd and 10. Way too many of these to start. Flat, wide open. You better stay in. Ezekiel Eloti does just that. And the true freshman finally has a catch. It wasn't pretty, man, but at least we did it. And that is already the 2-minute timeout here. I mean, this is a low-scoring affair, but sometimes that's how it goes. Kerry Mears keeps it. That was not the right read. BYU going to start to call timeouts. Yeah, BYU's got a good defense, so we can't get too upset about this. We're just going to try and find it. It's week 1. It's not necessarily about, how much you win by. It's about whether you win or lose. And right now, we're on track for a win. That's the transfer, Jaden Scott, in for the score. Our defense has been really good, and hopefully they can continue. 10-3. And our defense needs our help. 1st and goal from the 7. Got to be aware of the back here. So it's read option. Good change of direction, and only a short, modest gain for Dorian Patterson. This could easily be a run still. And it is. We have no change of direction ability at all with Kenyon Crothers. It's super annoying. I noticed this last year as well. His change of direction is really bad. If we overplay the angle even a little bit, we're in trouble. And we're in trouble in the game. It's 10-10. But BYU has 27 passing yards, and they're very in the game right now. Our offense has also looked awful. It's a very defensive game here. BYU, Wyoming. But is it good defense, or is it awful offense? There is a difference. All right, we have a yard to give. Throw over the middle. When I say a yard to give, between the first down and the end zone, it might as well have been 1st and goal, but it's not. Screen! This is a touchdown. Nothing you can do. What a good screen call. Okay. BYU going to take the lead here in the 4th quarter. And, of course, they get the football back with no moment. This is a huge 3rd and 10. Oh, my goodness. We need a stop here. Get to the quarterback. Look at all these open options. Big hit. Short of the line to gain. And we got the ball back. 20-10. We're jumping in here because they don't want to give us a moment. Here's 3rd and 2. Eloti is wide open. We got to speed this up a little bit here. How about stop with the moments? How about we're going to play? Don't really want to start out 0-1. Never getting the ball on offense. Man, I just don't like anything. It seems like there's zone coverage. Every single route that's about to come open just runs into somebody else's zone. Cannot figure this out. Get it out to Elodie. Can't make the catch. I felt like he was going to have a little bit of space there, but he just doesn't have the speed to really get open. 3rd and 3. Running back is open. It's the transfer, Jaden Scott. Stiff arming down inside the 10. See if we can go hurry up here and find a way to score quickly. We still have 3 timeouts. We still have the 2-minute timeout. We still have no blocking. Second and goal from the 11. Just don't really know how to score here in these spots. Kerry Mears taking off. You got to get there, Kerry. Went for the dunk. All right. Hey. We're making it closer. We're making it closer. Going to be down by 3. We're going to kick the ball back to BYU. A 3-and-out would be ideal. Don't need to onside of this spot. A field goal, I guess, would be fine, but I worry about the clock at that point. So, we're really looking for that 3-and-out. And we'll see what they start to do here. They're going with 4 wide receivers. Halfback draw. We're all over it. We're going to call a timeout. It's a good start. 2nd and 12. I can absolutely see them running the ball again here, so we need to be aware of it. 2nd and 12. Slot in motion. Fake pitch, handoff. Big tackle, timeout. Sione Moa has played well. Prior to these last couple of runs, he had, what, 9 for 80? That's simply too many, but you're expecting a pass here on 3rd and 12. Pressure needs to get there. It's just a check down. And it's going to be our final timeout. Okay, hey, we're in a spot to win this. 2-minute offense, no timeouts. We do have the 2-minute timeout that can help us. Let's get a big return here. It's the true freshman, Ezekiel Elodie, back to return. And he's got a little bit of space to the outside. There goes Elodie. Great return for the true freshman. We want to find a way to get the ball in his hands. He doesn't exactly have game-breaking speed, but he's got the ability to make you miss. He's actually on fire right now. Let's see if we can manufacture a touch. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Elodie made the catch anyway. They showed blitz and then pulled back. Nearly disaster, but thankfully we keep possession. Okay. That was a little bit scary. Kerry Mears taking off. Nowhere to really go. They've got spies all the time. They've got guys near the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 2. We're going to run the ball. It's 4th and inches. Field goal ties it. I mean, we're going to line up to go for it. They've got nobody over the center. Nobody. Sneak is good for Elodie. They completely gave it to us. I figured that, you know, if we didn't like the look, we could just take the delay game, you know, with no timeouts. And we'd still have a pretty makeable kick. So I think that was absolutely worth going for it in that spot. Jaden Scott cannot make the catch. Okay. We might want to get a different running back in the mix. I like Jaden Scott, but he's not at full strength right now. Waylon is a much better receiver out of the backfield. We need to get him out of that fullback spot. He's our current 3rd down running back, or should have been. They've changed my depth chart. Could be a little bit better in those type of spots. Quick catch by Elodie, and there's a free timeout. It comes at the cost of a starting tackle in Caden Massey, though. But I like that. Fake an injury if that's what it takes. I actually love what this looks like. Elodie or Gilbert should be wide open. It's going to be Elodie on the sideline. Toe tap. And he's in. 31 seconds. I mean, you really want to run the ball here. We have time. See if we can actually block for it. We really can't. We really can't. And we really haven't been able to run the ball the entire game. Small sample, though. We're going to try again. Waylon's got nowhere to go. And that's the ball game. I forgot we had the play clock acceleration. I swear it was not on earlier, and I took a mental note of it. I go, oh, that's interesting. I expected the clock to run down to 25 seconds, and then it just didn't do it like that. It didn't do it, and now it does it. Otherwise, it would have gone hurry up there and just thrown the ball quickly to the end zone or away. Got a little bit of adversity. 0-1 to start the year. We're going to have to dial in here. We're going to figure it out because that was a pretty disgusting showing. You know, that is a start to the season. We have a very necessary week 2 bye. And we've got some things to figure out, I think is kind of where I'm going to be on that. You know, this was not the start to the season we were looking for. I recognized the 2 runs in that situation, but I didn't think play clock acceleration was on, which it should be on. I just didn't think it was. So I thought we could run, pick a play, throw it away, or take a quick shot to the end zone and be totally fine. Obviously, that's not what happened. And, I mean, you've seen the result. It is one of the most, what feels like one of the most unimaginable losses you could possibly have. But it's what happened. And all we can do now is, you know, try to win the next one. Believe me, I know it seems like I'm actively throwing for content. That was just a little bit of a wires crossed situation. And we didn't get the result we were looking for. So now we've got a little bit of adversity back, you know, against the wall. And we're going to see if we can figure it out. Got a lot of season left. That's an out-of-conference game. It's not the end of the world. What can we do other than get ready for week 3? That's all we can do. So, Texas has the Red River rivalry, week 6. And Ohio State also has a home game week 6 as well. So that seems like the obvious time for a visit to block them. And I'll tell you, Blowjob Bob here does not suck. 86 finesse moves, 81 speed, 83 acceleration, 83 tackle. This is a 5-star caliber player. We can beat UMass surely. He likes, okay. He likes conference prestige, pro potential, which we are very bad somehow at defensive tackle, even though we shouldn't be. And I hope the other ones play time. These are really bad grades for us. Really bad grades. Conference prestige and pro potential could be that one. And that might be... play style is also an option. I mean, I really don't know what it is. I'm hoping championship contenders in there, but I can't just assume. But I feel like I need to make the visit right now to get him before Ohio State and Texas can schedule at week 6, because that might be the recruitment at that point. So I kind of have to guess. But the only one I really know for a fact that's even okay is C+ Conference Prestige, which is just not that good. Man. This is going to be a potentially tough game for us. You can never really look at the overalls because the way college football 26 does overalls, it factors in a lot of the bottom of the roster guys. So even though my overall appears much higher, it really isn't. They have more, and I'm not misspeaking here, we just looked at it on stream. They have more top-end talent than we do. Multiple players in the 90s, multiple players in the high 80s, including 2 very good receivers, a transfer from Texas, Parker Livingston. Hopefully he doesn't do this ever. LeBron Bond, an insane running back. We got to be aware of how Texas Tech can hurt us. So, got to come out, got to score, and we need to play much better offensively than we did against BYU. As the true freshman Mike Whalen carries for 10. It was a really rusty week 1. I mean, it looked bad. You know, we made some really bad mistakes. The offense did not look good. And we absolutely, at minimum, had a chance to tie. Like, I can't even, you know, tell you how disappointed I am with the result, as a Lodi cannot make the catch over the middle. And I know, like, it's one of the worst losses because it was so avoidable, right? As Mike Whalen will make the catch. But it happened. It happened. The only thing we can do is move on and, you know, try to win the next one. So, I'm not that worried about it. I don't think it's going to affect our season that much, as Ezekiel Elodi will break a tackle and pick up the first down. Already, this offense is looking much better than it did a week ago. I think we're kind of just finding the right places to go with the football. Protection's been a little bit better. We're still dropping the ball. Great! But already it's looking better. Play action. That looks open enough. Pace drops the ball. Our tight ends are not good this year. We've got to figure out a different way to move the ball. They're not good. Mike Whalen. Oh, he's going to be close. He's going to be close. We're going to keep the offense out there. 4th and 1. We've run the ball pretty well. I worry about a read option because I worry about making the wrong read, but Kerry Mears going to keep it and dive ahead, and we'll pick up the first. 1st and 10. The bubble kind of looked covered. We're going to check down. Jaden Scott is just not my preferred receiving option. I like the true freshman Mike Whalen out of the backfield a lot more. Scott may be a better true runner, and I think we do need to run the football a lot more here in Season 3. Almost purely because our passing game has not been very good to start. But also, we really can't run the ball, and Caden Massey's hurt. I don't think field goals beat number 18 undefeated Texas Tech. I say undefeated. I know, you know, where we are in the year, but get it to Elodi. Did he catch that? He did. He held on. Nice catch. Got to stay aggressive against a team like this. Good block. Jaden Scott touchdown. You see the way they sealed and provided an awesome lane for Jaden Scott to run through untouched. If we had that type of blocking more regularly, I'd run the ball every play. It just doesn't always work out like that. Maybe we need more outside runs in the offense. I'm going to tell you, it's going to be tough to stop Texas Tech. They've got so many weapons. So many weapons. Oh, good defense. You'll love to see that. Was that Hennessy on the outside? I couldn't quite get the name. That is really good coverage. Either Allen Hennessy. I don't think it was Zabian Brown. Great play. Read option. Kerry Mears keeper. Kerry really doesn't have anywhere to go. Looking at 0-1 Wyoming in the bottom right of the screen is not ideal. Just looks ugly, but hopefully we're about to at least go 1-1. Ooh, and that is awful blocking. They didn't hold that for even a second. 3rd and 10. I'd love to hit this post. I'd love to hit the post a Elodie touchdown, right? But I feel like those linebackers are going to be too shallow. 3 is fine. 3 is totally fine here. We know Sandvik's not going to miss this. All right, 10-0. 2-possession game. Our defense came out, played well enough, and they got us the football right back. I thought this said Abe Lincoln. Also, we found out on the Sunday Night Football broadcast that Chris Collinsworth's dad is named Abraham Lincoln Collinsworth. Insane. Imagine seeing an Abraham Lincoln at corner. You got to recruit that guy. Jaden Scott, nice run. I love the idea of a post route, and I just never actually like throwing to it. Step up, carry. Scary carry. Sliding down to the 20-yard line. Let's make this the final possession of the first half. If we can make this 17-0, I'm not going to say we outright win the game because that's crazy. You've seen the videos. You know that's not how this works. But it would put us in a really good position to. Elodie with a step. Bullet to Elodie. And we're going to be aware of, you know, play clock acceleration here. We have 1 timeout remaining. To the flat. We'll take that. Stops the clock. Gives us a moment to figure out if we want to get into a new formation. We do. We could run the ball in this spot. It could work. And we have a timeout this time. There's the handoff. Mike Whalen down to the 1. Now is when you actually worry about running the ball. Because can you get lined up and run it again? I don't know. You pretty much guarantee you can't get 3 at that point. We're going to throw to Elodie, and we fit it in! Kerry Mears to the true freshman, Ezekiel Elodie. I don't know how there was a window for that at all. But Kerry Mears got it in there. Threw it right off the back hip of the linebacker. And we're going to go up 17-0. Texas Tech is on upset watch, and we are moving the ball with the run. 26 yards by Mike Whalen. 29 for Jaden Scott. Texas Tech cannot handle this Wyoming rushing attack right now. Read option. Kerry Mears, Kerry keeper, and Scary Kerry with the touchdown. Yeah, knock into that stupid ref. They're the reason why we're 0-1, by the way. That's why. They turned on play clock acceleration without my knowledge. 24 zip. I mean, Texas Tech is getting absolutely thrashed right now. Hey, congrats on making it 24-8. You're still going to lose. There's Jaden Scott, stiff arming for the first down. He's got 13 for 132. What a baller. First and goal, Jaden Scott. Got in! Touchdown, Jaden Scott. Whew. Hello. This is what a good running attack looks like. 4th and 1. The Red Raiders keep their offense on the field, if you can even call it that. Henry blowing up the run! Are you kidding me? He's sorry for what he's done. He didn't mean to be that violent. I love it. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. 31-8. 2 minutes on the clock. Here's 3rd and 9. Got to open the offense back up to try and pick this up. Kerry Mears going to take off. He's got room to run. Kerry Mears juking back inside. Get the ball down to the 11-yard line. 10 for 74. Texas Tech not even going to bother using their timeouts. Jaden Scott to the outside. Jaden Scott, touchdown. He has had quite the day. And this is what we thought we were getting when we were going after some running backs in the portal. We didn't necessarily get our first or second choice, but we got Jaden Scott, and maybe this was the best choice after all. We were a little bit rusty week 1. Week 2, we're a different team. Or week 3. 38-8. It's a shame we don't have any visitors here, because this would be quite a game to show them. But this is a fantastic performance. Here's a shot down the field. Delhomme is in coverage, and Messiah Delhomme forces the incompletion. And that is the game. This is how you bounce back. 38-8. Kerry Mears, I thought, looked, in charge today. Week 1 was really bad. Week 1 was really bad. But we figured it out. Kerry Mears was great. Jaden Scott was obviously the MVP, but Kerry Mears only had 3 incompletions. Only 123 yards passing, but that's not relevant right now in a touchdown. He was great on the ground, 10 for 74 in a touchdown, but Jaden Scott, man. 17 for 154, 3 touchdowns, 9 yards per carry. Mike Whalen was great as a contributor. Elodie scored a weird touchdown. I called him Jaden Smith earlier, like Will Smith's son. It's Jalen. And I knew I did that as well. DeMarco Henry, I love that play to kind of ice the game for us. Carl Worthy, the true freshman, recording a sack. No interceptions in this one, but man, what a dominant team win. What an awesome performance. I think we got a really decent chance to be ranked. We are getting locked out by a couple of 5-star safeties. Never went after them. Just didn't really have the hours, and I think you can find pretty good defensive backs in the portal. Jaden Scott is your Mountain West Offensive Player of the Week. 9 yards per carry is such an awesome game. We are not yet ranked. We're 1-1, so it just wasn't going to happen for us. But I think if we can get to like 4-1, we're going to have a pretty good chance to appear in the top 25. We did not receive any votes. Texas Tech still got votes after getting blown out. So maybe we're thought of a little bit higher now. I mean, 0-1's a tough start. This is why a lot of teams do schedule, real easy matchups. We didn't do that. We said, hey, let's get a challenge. Let's restore an old rivalry. It was not a good idea. But that's sometimes how it goes. We would love to get in position for a BJ Robert here. But unfortunately, he likes... Oh, no, our playstyle's up to a B now. It's still not a great sell, but C plus B, F is, better than what it was before that. It was like an F playstyle or something like that. So that's a slightly better sell. I don't think we're fully out on BJ Robert. It obviously doesn't look good. But we got a complimentary visit. If we get a blowout win, hey, you never know. But I don't know that this is even going to last to that point. Kind of on scary watch a little bit. But yeah, I'm liking the way recruiting is looking for the most part. I think we should try and get Mateo Thrash on the week 6 as well. He's a 5-star running back. If I think we have any chance to get him, it's going to be with a visit. It's not like we have any rivalry games or tough opponents, so week 6, maybe even week 7 is a good time to schedule it. I'm not 100% sure. Swaying is so bad, in my opinion. But I think that's our only chance for Anthony Loudermilk. We're going to try and sway him. Ohio State and Clemson, Could very easily pull out to a huge lead. But right now we seem somewhat close. And our current actual sell of A-, C-, D- for Gym Rat is really bad. I don't think we'll get him. We have a couple of other corners on the board that I like a lot that I think we're going to have a really good chance to get. It's not the end of the world if we can't get Loudermilk, but if we can get him, I don't want to pull out, you know, too early and not have a chance to actually secure his commitment. It's tough right now with our grades. We're trying to go after some of these top players because we're, you know, building into a top program. But as you can see, you know, we're recruiting like a bottom tier school, even though the expectations have grown and are much higher than a bottom tier school. It's one of those things. We want to try and get some visits. If I could get one more visit here, like get Hillis on campus with the back week 6, we're going to have a better chance to get him. But I'm not really sure we're going to come away with any of these players. We got the flyover here. It's always a little bit sad to go out, you know, out and destroy our nation's military, but it's just football at the end of the day. And if they can't care to fill up a stadium, we don't care to beat them. Air Force is just not as good as we are. Got to beat this team. Need to. Maybe in year 1, maybe in year 2, this is a team that could have posed a real threat. But today, this needs to be a team where we show the true difference. I know we're both 1-1. I understand this. I understand it. But this needs to be one of those games where we're just like, hey, we are bigger, faster, stronger. Thanks for allowing us to come dominate you. Okay, their stadium getting into it a little bit. There's nobody here. Deep shot. Micah Gilbert with a step. Micah Gilbert makes the catch. Welcome to Kerry Mears Show. 47 yards. You're going to learn today, Air Force. You are going to learn today. Had a great game last week. You're going to see more Jaden Scott today, of course. And that's going to be a good thing for us. I hope he's going to have a great season. Finally seeing Earl. That might be his first catch. I think he's dropped every other target. Receiver moving to tight end. Can't catch. The irony. Mears on the move. We're going to throw to the end zone. Smith working back. Got a foot in. Touchdown, Wyoming. Let's go. Now that's a drive. As we said, we are bigger, faster, stronger. Better. Air Force couldn't do anything. They are going to go for it on 4th down, though. It's 4th and 1. Try to blow this up. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's so bad. They really ran outside there. Daryl Slaughter kills our defense. The irony. We got way too aggressive on that. And we're doing it again. Okay, how do we stop this? Okay, how do we stop this? We got to stop giving up the outside. But then they can just do that. But we can just do that. All right. We're on it. Bit of a tough start. That's okay. We're on it now. They're going to get 3. Cool. You think 3 wins you the game? Take the points then. That's what I would say. If you think 3 wins you the game, take the points. Pressure and a dangerous throwaway. Myron Robinson in on the pressure. And as I said, we're going to allow 3. We made some mistakes. The price for those mistakes is 3 points. Offense goes back out there, hopefully dominates, and they punt it almost immediately. See if they even snap this. You think they actually want to throw the ball here? It's a run. It's shut down, and I imagine they're going to leave the offense out on the field. No, they didn't, and again, we can't score. That's the end of the first quarter. Oh, my God. 3rd and 8. Could still easily run the ball. Quarterback wants to. And surely they're going to punt. How about an offensive moment to see if we can get the offense moving? 3rd and 10. Not my preferred spot. They've got no help. They've got no help over the top. We're going to get sacked, though. I think we just drove ourselves out of field goal range. 59 yards. What do college kickers do? Sandvik, I need you. Here's the kick. It's got a chance. It's sneaking back in, and it's good. What do college kickers do? Hey, when you're playing at Wyoming, you drill. Sandvik, what a kick. And we're up 10-3. Kerry Mears on the move. Elodie chooses not to block the most, like, significant threat, I would say. Don't love the tight end there. Work back to the football. Ezekiel Elodie makes the catch. Little recess backyard football by Kerry Mears. And we got a chance to score here. We are driving. A couple of timeouts remain. Play action. Nobody bites, because of course they don't. Shot to the flat. Jaden Scott makes the catch, gets the first. 23 seconds. I'm looking at Elodie at the back of the end zone. Run a good route. He kind of did, but I prefer over the middle. Micah Gilbert broken tackle with the stiff arm. Grown man run from Micah Gilbert. That did not look like it was going to be a touchdown initially. But Micah Gilbert, bigger, stronger, faster, better than this Air Force defense. Oh, that is a big-time run after the catch. Second half, up 17-3. Kind of on cruise control right now. No big mistakes. Play action on 3rd and 10. Play action blocking is just so bad. They almost block like it's a screen. 4th and 9, still up 17-3. The offense really hasn't been here today. But our defense has played well. Are we not ranked after last week? It's pretty easy. I mean, it's the start of the year, and we started 0-1. I don't think you beat the number 18 team and just immediately become ranked. You know, we see teams upset high-ranking teams all the time, and they don't, immediately become ranked. It's so early in the year, we're going to throw that anyway. Ooh, a one-loss team that only has one win is not going to immediately jump into the top 25. But we're going to get there. We're going to figure it out. We're always figuring it out. That's going to be a pick. There is a flag, though. I think that's got to be pass interference. If it's not pass interference, we're in a little bit of trouble here. It's actually going to be a hold. Air Force is going to have the ball. Thought we had a free play. We did not. Will the interception hurt us? Will the interception cause Air Force to get back in this game? No. Okay. Quick answer. Starting to take some time off this clock here. 3rd and 5. I honestly think an outside run could just be a touchdown. Well, it could have been, maybe. It wasn't. 20-3. Air Force going to keep the offense out there. That's the 2-minute timeout. This is one of those games where you just want to say, hey, we escaped. We're going to get to the next one. We're going to hopefully play a little bit better next week. It's a tough road game. A tough environment here. It's packed. Can hardly even find a seat. Taquan Beard knocks it away. And at the end of the day, if you can come out in a game and allow 3 points, you're going to win a lot of those games. So I feel pretty comfortable with the result. We didn't play perfectly today. Didn't really matter. 20-3 is your final. We're moving on. Still as a one-loss team, but the wins are starting to pile up. That's back-to-back. Of course, Air Force has no passing game. Mears goes 11 for 23 for 157, 2 touchdowns and a pick. He did not run the ball well because pressure was insane. Negative 15. We didn't run the ball well at all today. Air Force was stout. Touchdown for Gilbert and Jalen Smith. It looked so promising on the first drive of the game, and then we just weren't so great after that. But we got the win. Nobody on campus this week as we get ready to take on 1-3 UNLV. Their overall is not especially good, but again, it kind of lies. They might be a little bit better than it immediately appears. But I think with a win this week, we're going to start to get some votes to be ranked. And I'm hoping that, you know, that starts to really bring up the appeal of coming to Wyoming. What's up, Tate? And yeah, we're just battling back from a bad first loss. We're undefeated in the conference. We're looking to stay that way. And next week's going to be a pretty big visit week. We pulled out of the corner that we were trying to sway on. It wasn't going to end up being worth it for a slight chance. We're already strong at corner. We're already recruiting corner well this year outside of that one player. So just made the executive decision as this quarterback's going to take off. Clear as day. Roquan Barber. We got to be aware of that. Star quarterback here at UNLV with a scrambling ability. Need to be aware of that. Read option. Big juke move, big hit, and they're going to say Roquan Barber was actually short of the end zone there. I thought almost certainly he got in. And now they're going to spread everything out wide. I'm not falling for it. We're going to run commit down. That's where this is going. Read option. Someone figure out how to tackle the quarterback. Roquan Barber, touchdown. Oh, we might have our hands full today. We might have our hands full today. This seemed like a classic 3 and out after an opening score. Thankfully, we are given an offensive moment. Elodie wide open. Good release. Good route for Ezekiel Elodie. Elodie's got a chance to score here. He's down to the 3. I say good release. It was a free release. They just gave it to us. And they've got nobody on the line here. Jaden Scott can't find any space, though. Never even thought about keeping that. Maybe that was the read option opportunity. Run the ball. Jaden Scott can only get a yard. I just can't believe that UNLV is about to body us here on the goal line. Our O-line is still not great. We try to cut that out for no reason. What a terrible, terrible sequence there. Probably had chances to score touchdowns. It just didn't happen. Back on offense, though. Hopefully can do a little bit more on this second drive. 3rd and 10. Yeah, you're trying to fit the ball there into an impossible window. It just didn't happen. 3rd and 7. Maybe the final play before the 2-minute timeout. Show me a big Taquan Beard play. Looking to see him get going. How about a sack instead? We got to Roquan Barber. Pressure is going to be the story of the game here. If we can pressure him, I think he's going to crumble. If not, we could be in for a long day. On the move. He's going to take off here with Kerry Mears. He has some make-you-miss ability in the open field. We really haven't seen it a lot. Didn't really look like it there. Waylon wide open. Waylon showing some of the power as well. He's a really great receiving option. He wants to transfer due to playing time, but I'd like to sit him down and tell him, champ, you're going to play. Because I think he might be our best running back on the team right now, like for the next 3 years. Obviously, Jaden Scott's better now. That's why he's playing more. But I think Waylon's the best running back in the team next season. We'll see, though. Obviously, you know, we have a running back, as Micah Gilbert makes an insane catch. We have a running back on the team that played a lot last year that you really haven't seen very much. But his ability is kind of overshadowed by Jaden Scott right now. Matt Lovelace does have star dev, and he's a good downhill runner. It's just he's not quite the player that Jaden Scott is, so it's like, what is his actual role going to be? And he may end up transferring. I'm not sure. That's just the deal. When you have too many good players, they can't all stick around. But I'd like Waylon to stick around. Is kind of what I'm saying here. 3rd and 9. Giving us a lot of space. We're going to run. Kerry Mears fumbles the football. UNLV recovers. Why? Who do we think we have that we can lower the shoulder there and just take a hit? Interception to stop the UNLV scoring threat, but we're into the second half and we have no touchdown. 3 points in this game. The double move on the outside looked like it was going to get wide open, and then it never really happened. On the move. We're going to throw it away. Where do we go with the football in these spots? 3rd and 10. Play action. Already seemingly under pressure. We need somebody to work open. It's going to be Earl. He doesn't catch the ball. It's not something he does. And we'll settle for 3 again. Not where we want to be. Down by 1, 7-6. Come on, defense. I think we need to dial up the pressure against this quarterback. They're going to go 5 wide. Trips right. Oh, great pressure from Herrick. Henry knocks the ball away. And we've given up. We don't have the ball again. 16-yard punt. Oh, my God. All right, come on, defense. 3rd and 14. Don't allow anything here. Check down's fine. Just tackle. Is this in field goal range? It wasn't. We don't have the ball, though. 7-6. 3:15 to play. Here's a punt return. They're not even going to give it to Elodie. We've had no offensive moments the entire game. Let's go, offense. Come on. Come on. Oh, Jaden Scott makes a man miss. Jaden Scott with a spin move. And that is the most crazy gain of 4 you'll ever see, maybe. I don't know. He's got 8 rushes for 8 yards. It's been bad. We've been trying to run the football. It's not effective. Great route from Smith. Jalen Smith steps out. Could have been some room to run there. Come on, Jalen. Or Jaden. Second and 10. I mean, I typically don't like running the ball in these spots, but maybe a read option you feel a little bit better about. Final play before the 2-minute timeout anyway. There's Scott. Oh, one cut and get by him. Could have been a touchdown. Maybe a slow drive is better. I don't know. Maybe it's better. Okay, this is an interesting look. I like running the ball against this. There's Waylon. Waylon gets a nice gain of 7. I mean, read option, just running zone read for the rest of the game could be good. There's Kerry Mears spinning right back into the defense there, but there really wasn't anywhere to go if we kept that. I think they contained that fairly well. 3rd and 5. This guy has never caught the ball in his life. A 61-yarder. I just don't trust it. That's so many yards. We got to get Earl out of the game, by the way, in the future. I mean, this guy's horrendous. True freshman. He's got 84 catching traffic. He's not catching any of these. How is that even possible? Dude, Elodie's ready to run the route of his life. We got to trust him here. Sideline. Elodie makes the catch. And we don't have to try a 61-yarder, likely iced, to win the game. And there was time left. Way too much time. UNLV calling timeouts. Yeah, let's go. We got to feed Zeke. He looks like he might have a step here. And it's tipped back and intercepted. We went for it all. Amazing coverage, I guess. It's knocked back into the waiting hands of the trailing linebacker. Football on the 1. You've got to come out in goal line here, obviously. Even though they're going out of the gun. Ball on the 1. We have 3 timeouts. 3 timeouts. We're going to run commit down. Fill the lane. Broken tackle. There's timeout number 1. Safety wins us the game. First down loses us the game. That's the problem. And there's the safety! Let's go! We take the lead 8-7. It's the transfer Okafor who just made the play of the game. Designed. Planned. That's the ball game, by the way. That's it. They will punt us the ball back. They have 2 timeouts inside a minute. That's the game. Oh, okay. We'd be able to run some more clock out that way. And there's an injury. 8-7 would be a crazy final. One more timeout left for UNLV. We will not be running a play action pass. Thank you for the suggestion. There's the first down. Didn't really even need it. It's officially over. 8-7. 8-7. That's not anything. You know what? That's one of the funniest finals ever, probably. Ezekiel Elodie. Zeke is the player of the game, the true freshman. That was a really ugly one. Goodness. They can't all be pretty. 13 for 35 is a big reason as to why we were so bad in this one. But we fed Zeke when we needed to. Carl Worthy and Chad Woodfork, each with a couple of TFLs. Noah Herrick with a sack. Pick for DeMarco Henry. We improved to 3-1. I don't know if we're going to get many votes to be ranked after that. But we are moving in the right direction. We have visitors on campus in week 6. How many of them do we actually have a chance to get? We'll see. But not BJ Robert. He's locked us out. So he's on campus for no reason. Really good pass rushing interior defensive lineman. Now he's just seeing the campus. Free trip to Wyoming. Some people actually like that, I guess. We are currently not receiving any votes to get ranked. Texas Tech is, though. So maybe this is a big potential prove-it game. No, we're playing 2 and 3 UMass. I don't know, dude. We have 2 defensive linemen on week 6 visits for no reason. Zach likely was only to get BJ Robert excited about it. Neither one of them have any chance of committing to us. But Brenton Hillis is here, a 4-star pass protecting tackle. Excited about that. Of course, you have a 5-star potentially waiting in the wings. But Brenton Cobb, I would like to get that play style up. It means more catches for receivers, probably. Mateo Thrash is going to be on campus. 4-star running back. He's got a complimentary visit. Championship contender, could be up to an A- following this week. We're going to get a lot of hours back here in the near future. And the number 1 player in the class for me is Grant LeBourne from Fort Wayne, Indiana. He is a top 5 player in the nation. 6 foot 167, but he should be able to absolutely fly. And the only school recruiting him right now is your Wyoming Cowboys. I would hype up the visits here, but it's kind of a shame that the 2 defensive linemen are not even really interested in being Wyoming Cowboys. So at the edge, we were never really seriously recruiting. The defensive tackle, obviously, BJ Robert, we were. It's disappointing to not win out there. But right now, our grades for recruiting are just not good enough. If we dominate UMass, I think we've got a pretty good chance to get ranked. I think we'll definitely be in a really good position to land the 4-star offensive tackle Hillis. Mateo Thrash might be another question at running back. I don't know if that one looks great, but we look okay at running back. Elodie wins over the top, and Elodie finds the end zone. Feed Zeke. The true freshman does it again. Not the fastest, but he's a good route runner, and hopefully he will get faster over his time in college. Good start here. We scored 8 points last week. We already have 7 today. And I'd like to give Amani Earl a chance to be better. And hey, that's a good play to be better. All he does is drop the ball, but if he actually gets open and untouched, he's got a little bit of something after the catch there for a tight end. Of course, recruited as a receiver. That's a tight window. That's just a route you kind of can't throw. But if he caught it, it would have been sweet. Play action. Bullet to Smith, and nice throw and nice catch. Jalen Smith grabs it. See if we can't pound this into the end zone. Jaden Scott, touchdown. We've already scored 14 points. We're showing that last week, not managing to score, it was a fluke. I don't know how we can come out and dominate Texas Tech and then, look so bad in some of our recent games. But, hey, that's college football. That's football. Sometimes that's how it goes. They got a good game plan. Maybe you don't play your best. And that is intercepted. And if they show blitz, I'm acting like they're blitzing. Unfortunate interception. No question. I can't call a timeout for some reason. Gonna have to do it that way. We were looking 21-0 right in the face, and then the pick happened. Wide open is Mike Whalen. They gave that to us. The clock's going to stop momentarily. No. Hurry up. This fucking game. How is fucking the moment not going to allow me to do hurry up? And then I get back and it runs all the time off the clock. That legitimately is not on me. That one isn't. I hold down triangle, or Y in my case. It does not let me hurry up So it can force the moment to be on. So, hey, congrats on the moment. Oh, a Lodi off the tip. Touchdown. We're beyond it. Second half, 21-0. Ezekiel Elodi is just better. A little bit underthrown. Coverage was pretty good, though. And he kind of knocked it right into the waiting hands of Zeke. 21-0. Defense playing great. Is this Wildcat, or do they have a quarterback wearing 45? And we took the safety right out of the play. Love doing that. They didn't score. They didn't score. Oh my goodness. You'd think like a fourth down in that spot would warrant a moment. Maybe not. 21-0. There's Jaden Scott to the outside. Jaden Scott turns the corner. Jaden Scott might be gone. Where's the safety at? Jaden Scott touchdown. They just kind of got the worst angle ever. And never got it back. It's 30-0. It hasn't been as clean as the score would indicate, but it is 30-0. Jaden Scott over 130. That's the game. You have belt to ass. 30-0. 7-7-7 through the first three quarters, 9 in the fourth. Mears goes 13 for 22, 209, 2 touchdowns. Did, of course, have the pick. And Jaden Scott bounced back today. 136 on the ground, 2 touchdowns. None of the other backs got a carry, interestingly enough. Receiving, Zeke, 4 for 98, 2 touchdowns. He's playing pretty well. And defensively, 4 TFLs for Noah Herrick, 2 for Kenyon Crothers. No sacks. Picks for Justin Taylor, and Taquan Beard was waiting for the sophomore to make a play. It looks like he did today. So that's going to be a blowout victory. It's going to be the best possible visit we could have had based on the game result. Of course, you know, we were already locked out here on BJ Robert. The visit wasn't going to do anything, unfortunately. And likely as well, we were locked out. Loudermilk, I think it was just the right move to pull out of that recruitment. But Brenton Hillis, solidly number 1. Isaiah Iorio, number 1, 5-star tackle. We're into his top 3. James Guthrie in a good spot there as well. Tevin Chacon had a pretty good visit, although LSU and Oregon are really making a move, and the recruitment of Mateo Thrash at running back is over. It's just the unfortunate reality. We need to be out of this because we got the week 6 visit. That's the best thing that could have happened, was a blowout victory, and it just wasn't enough. So, 5-star running back Mateo Thrash really have no chance there. We just would have to hope that NC State and or Clemson have terrible seasons and, you know, can't satisfy that championship contender grade. Highly unlikely that that happens. Man, our grades are so bad for so many of these players. But, I would say mostly recruiting still going well anyway. I know it seems like, oh, this guy said no, this guy said no, no chance on this guy, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like it's mostly going pretty well. We've got week 10 as a visit week. Tevin Chacon is on campus this week against Fresno State. A good visit could secure his commitment. LSU's making a strong push, but our grades are really good here, and the pipeline's not terrible. We are in a good spot on Tevin Chacon. Loudermilk obviously locked us out. But again, I feel like recruiting's in a pretty good spot. Now is maybe when we decide if we want to really push for Anthony Sendejo at QB. Developmental QB, but very athletic. Throw power's not great. Could be worth the points, though. We got some injuries ahead of this game. Torn bicep for Derek Simmons. Kind of tough because he's a really good defensive lineman for us, and he was so great against the run. Torn bicep is kind of brutal. He's going to miss another 3 weeks. But I mean, we had some bye weeks, so he's had some time to get better. Adam Hawk's broken thumb. He's going to be back soon as well. But, you know, these are tough games to miss. Hopefully everyone's going to be back for the Boise State game. That's going to be the big one. We know that Fresno State's a pretty good team. We've played them. They've played tough before. This could be a challenging one. We have a 5-star corner on campus. And I know our secondary is already quite good. But Chacon can continue that, right? You know, these guys love the fact that we're producing NFL caliber corners. And, you know, it gives us a real advantage in recruiting those corners. So we're going to keep rocking and keep trying to, you know, stay good. Okay, let's go. 3rd down and 6. Got to show out here. I really need them to bring back the individual game goals. You know, like interceptions would be nice to see. Ooh, that's a really good throw. On NCAA 14, they used to have, you know, like, ooh, this recruiting, or this recruit at cornerback really would like to see an interception. You'll get a boost to XP. It would be points back in the day, of course, which it's a little bit different now. Fresno State's driving down the field here a little bit. Star quarterbacks are always tough to contend with, and he just kind of dirted that one when he saw we were reading the bubble. I'm curious as to whether or not he's going to be able to scramble on us. Doesn't seem to matter when you can just throw it on us. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Okay. Nobody said it would be easy. Our offense continues to struggle in sim. 3rd and inches. They're exposed to read option here. They've got really nothing on the edge. And we needed to keep that. We didn't do it. Made the decision too late. Offense will stay out there. Come on. Block it. Block it. Let's go. Let's go, Jaden Scott. 1st down. Got to tie it up here. Got to tie it up. 0 points through a quarter and a half is just not good. Man, Kerry Mears is not dynamic as a runner. But he is the first 5-star in our history. We want to get him going. He's going to find the tight end, Amani Earl. Touchdown. He's starting to play better. He is starting to play better. I'm not going to say, hey, the offense runs through Amani Earl, the way it kind of did for Kenyon Sadiq and especially JMG. But if Earl can, you know, make an impact, that's obviously going to be good for everybody. There's Micah Gilbert. 1st down to the 2-minute timeout. 2 on the clock here. I mean, you figure almost no matter what, Fresno State will touch the ball again. We're going to take off with Kerry Mears. He's got a path to the end zone. Lowering the shoulder. Touchdown, Kerry Mears. We had the option with the crosser over the middle. It just looked like a little bit too tough of a throw to make. Scary Kerry takes off and makes it happen on his own. Took a hit to do so, but he got it. And we got the football back. 1:17 on the clock. I could see Ezekiel Elodi being wide open here. We've seen it before. And we're going to get him the football. It really just hung up there forever. Didn't really want it to work out that way. Are we going to run it again? No. Any points here before the half is good. A little bit too conservative there. Third and 8. That is a dime, and Amani Earl makes the catch. We just needed to get the true freshman going a little bit. Now he's finding some rhythm. Now he's making some plays. Kerry Mears has hit Mike Whalen in the back with the throw. That's very impressive. Oh, Pace got rocked. 21 seconds to go. Tell me I won't rip it up to Ezekiel Elodi up the seam. It's just not there. Amani Earl is there, though. Is he out of bounds? We're going to go hurry up anyway. Now that clock is still moving. All right, we have one timeout. Flat, wide open. It's Amani Earl again. 8 seconds, end of timeout. It's been a good drive here. I'm liking Mike Whalen on a touchdown here. It's the primary on this little concept, but we're going to take off again with Scary Kerry, and it's another one. 2 rushing touchdowns in the first half for Kerry Mears. It's been the best way to move the ball here in the low red zone. Good first half. We battled, and we went up 21-7, but Fresno State has made it a one-score game, and they have the football. This is a huge spot now. Good coverage, and somehow the throw is still made. Camden Coleman's played well today. Need our defense to get a stop. I really haven't said Kenyon Crother's name very much this season. I'd like to see him start making some plays. Ooh, flat wide open. The back stepped out, though. Really haven't said Daquan Beard's name very much either, but we really haven't had that many defensive moments. Running back direct snap. We are all over it. King made the tackle. Another transfer portal addition. 3rd and goal. Good coverage. Camden trying to take off, and there is an injury after the sack. You wouldn't know it from his celebration, but Carl Worthy, the true freshman 5-star edge, is hurt. It is a right foot or ankle injury. And Fresno State will try a kick. It is off the post and good. Fresno State has made it a 4-point game. Kerry going to take off. Kerry with a block on the outside. His 11th rushing attempt of the game. It's another 3rd down. Need a touchdown here. Not necessarily on this play, but on this drive. Running back wide open in the flat. It's Jaden Scott. Scott still on his feet. Down inside the 5. I can see read option being really successful here. I'd love to just hand it back off right up the middle. Jaden Scott can't find the space, though. I don't really mind it. You know, a blowout win would be nice for the visit with Chacon, but we're obviously just trying to secure that win. Kerry Mears, keeper. It's a 3-piece hat trick for Kerry Mears. 3 rushing touchdowns. And he's going to talk some trash. Let him know. Number 8 talking shit to number 4 because he's twice as good. 28-17. Fresno State on 4th and 23 will keep the offense out there. They really don't have a choice. See if we can get pressure here. Just don't get beat over the top. They found a one-on-one. They're going to complete it over Delhomme. Oh, my God. What is even the point of switching on? Fresno State with the score. This is the moments thing where we can't actually choose onside kick and we can't challenge. Or we can't call a timeout. So we're going to have to call a timeout. Is it still going to let me? Nope, it's still not going to let me do it. So we are at the mercy of onside kick here, but no, we're not, because I'm just going to simulate to play key moments. We're going to skip that. We got the football back. 28-25. Fresno State still has timeout, so we need a first down here. And the clock's going to stop. And that has now created a little bit of a problem for us here. I know it's like you want to make them burn timeouts anyway, but you actually just want to get the first here. That's the main goal. Amani Earl makes the catch, and that should do it. A touchdown for us would be really nice to extend our lead here. Become a clear winner. The injury timeout's crazy. It's kept Fresno State in the game. They have a timeout now. The injury timeout has crushed us. Crushed us. Third and 13. We gotta have it. Throw over the middle. Wide open is Micah Gilbert. Fresno State has called their final timeout. And provided we don't make any critical mistake, that's the game. Now, typically you'd see a team kneel in this spot. But with the visitor, we want the touchdown. That's just what it is. I'm not going to pretend like it's anything else. We want the touchdown to go for the clear win. And we're going to get it. Micah Gilbert with the score. Fresno State cannot beat us now. Oh, man. Came out on top, 35-25. Gary Mears is your player of the game. 260, 5 touchdowns total. Now, most of them were on the ground, but that's totally fine. Only 2 through the air. I don't care how we get it, as long as we get it. 13 for 68, outperforming Jaden Scott in terms of total yards and, of course, touchdowns. Receiving, Micah Gilbert, 7 for 90 in a score. Amani Earl with a touchdown as well. Elodie didn't play much of an impact today, and that's totally fine. 2 sacks for Chad Woodfork. Carl Worthy got 1. I think he's going to be okay. No picks in this one, but another nice win. And now that we're 5-0, or 5-1, 3-0 in the conference, we might start to get some votes to be ranked. I think that's what we're going to be looking at right now. Because we're playing good football. We should at least be receiving votes to appear in the top 25. At least. And this is where we want to be. This is not actually the first time we've been ranked. We got ranked near the end of last season. But we are the 25th ranked team. And you'll take that. That doesn't mean a whole lot right now. But this gives us a chance to make the college football playoff. I'll tell you, 6-0 Missouri should be ahead of a 4-2 Georgia. I don't care what the circumstances are. They just should be. Tulane is undefeated. So we need to be ranked ahead of the highest group of 5 team, probably. And I don't know that we're going to be in that spot. Boise State 6-0. They're a top 10 team right now. Tulane is undefeated. They're trending towards being a top 10 team. Here we are, number 25, but it's a start. It's a start. Going on the road to Nevada. That was a tough game for us last year. That was a really tough game. Mateo Thrash picks Clemson. Got 60 hours here. We should be in a pretty good spot for visits. If you check out the players in our top 5, Grant LeBourne, I don't see any way he's not a Wyoming Cowboy. As long as we keep our championship contender grade up. Isaiah Iorio, probably will try and get him on a week 10. As Oscar Connors really likes the idea of Georgia Tech. Georgia is really making a push. We need to get him some complimentary visits right now for week 10. That's the new biggest priority. Tevin Chacon, after the visit, is close to a commitment, but he's just not there yet. It was a good visit, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. LSU and Oregon are still very much in the mix. Tennessee, very much in the mix on Brenton Hillis. All right. I mean, these are getting scary. These are getting really scary. We played here before. We played here a lot last year at Nevada. This was a team that caused us some problems last year. We need that to not be the case tonight. Come out, dominate the Wolfpack. Cowboys have guns. There might be, you know, power in numbers, but we've got guns. Good coverage. Just shoot the Wolves. It seems easy. Nevada up early, 3-0. Hopefully we can find the end zone, though. A Lodi, good route, wide open, touchdown. Offense looking great to start. Feed Zeke. Oh, you know who another one is? Cody Ford. Has been in the Twitch stream quite a bit. If you guys know him. Here's 3rd and 7. That was not randomly brought up for the YouTube. That was, we were having a conversation on Twitch about it. Kerry Mears taking off. Can they contain him? They can't. Scary Kerry does it again, diving, crossing the plane, taking a hit, and scoring the touchdown. Kerry Mears, dude. Just fast enough. Yeah, he's got the Patrick Mahomes level speed. He's just fast enough to outrun everybody. Dog. 14-3. Football back. The reason why I don't really run very often in the moments is they just give us so many 3rd downs. And it's like, hey, 3rd and 9. Pick up the first. I'm like, well, I'm not going to run. We could there. It was 2nd and somewhat long, but just went for it anyway. I honestly think we could again. Don't really mind read option here. Jaden Scott's going to be stopped. But it's 4th and so short. I think we probably just keep the offense out on the field. Yeah, Scary Kerry's been, I mean, quite solid. Not perfect, but he's been quite solid after that Week 1 game. I don't think we ever really tried to pass there. Big move by Kerry Mears, but he could not get by the linebacker. Here's 1st and goal. They're going like 3 high here. What do you think you're doing? Mike Whalen is stopped short. He's going to stay in the game, though. How did he not get in? Not a problem this time. Untouched with a nice little juke move. The true freshman back. I want him to play. We might lose Lovelace as a result, but I just feel like Whalen has really good potential for us. And it's not that Lovelace doesn't. It's just I like the skill set a little bit more for Mike Whalen as a freshman. I wish I could get 3 running backs going a little bit more often. We don't really see that. Kerry's going to get sacked. Looking down the field, trying to get something going. Yeah, we were just trying to get too much there. And, you know, that happens. I know you're not on the desk right now. Okay. That's crazy. Hold on, we need a timeout here. It's an absolute menace, dude. Can you guys even see with the with the black hoodie on? Maybe not. We got 5 seconds here. Snap the football, 3rd and 1. We're gonna false start because you're not allowed to snap the ball inside 5 seconds. Just can't do it. It's not something you're allowed to do. Here, 3rd and 6. I would love a crosser of some sort. I just feel like the whole reason Elodie can be quite good is he has Platinum Cutter. And I'm not sure that that really even activates when you're running crossing routes. So we try to put him on any type of, like, breaking route, in breakers, out breakers, obviously. Something where he's using that cutting ability. As Kerry Mears just continues to scramble. That's the thing is, it's so tempting to scramble in these spots because the CPU, the computer defense, will play conservative and they will just give it to you. So it's like you're stupid if you don't take it. Oh, Whalen makes a guy miss. Whalen down the sideline does manage to get out, which is going to be really big for this drive. We keep a timeout. We can go over the middle of the field here. Maybe isn't, like, ideal. Oh, we had it. We had Elodie. Do you just take the 3 here? I think you do. Make it 24-10. I think that's the right move. Again, because we're on the road, we got to push the meter over so far to the left. It's insane how far it needs to go. Yeah, I saw Y on the streak. I just didn't know if we would have the arm to get it in there. Sometimes there are receivers that look open, and we try to force it in there, and then it's like, okay, you can't actually throw that. It looks more open than it practically is. Nice route, Ezekiel Elodie, touchdown. Tried to hurdle. I don't know if he's got that in him, but big touchdown. Really good route. I think we threw that with anticipation. Really nice throw. 4th and 20. Carl Worthy's fine, by the way. Don't worry about him. He's back. He's ready to go. And I think pressure is going to be too much here. They found single coverage. It's knocked away. And we're on the verge of making this probably about 38. QB draw on 1st and 10, up 31-17. What is this? Commander's playbook? Ooh. Oh, Kerry Mears! That was pretty fancy. Read option. Kerry has done it again. This is Haynes King at quarterback. That's what we're dealing with. Kerry Mears has turned into a rushing touchdown machine. He's not really even that fast or powerful. He just finds a way. And this is good revenge on Nevada. We are blowing them out 38-17. They're going to find single coverage again. Messiah Delhomme with the interception. Delhomme looking for a return here. We've actually got a pretty good chance to take this. Messiah Delhomme touchdown. Jesus. Messiah Delhomme going all the way. And in 3 days, he's going to be back for more interceptions, I think. I think that's how that works. Dominant victory today over the Wolfpack. Defense showing up. Offense showing up. And this is where you really start to feel bad for Nevada because they need to go for it on 4th down. But they've got no chance because it's 4th and 7. We can just let the pass rush eat. And Woodfork and Worthy, the WO combination. Whoa, they make you say? I don't know. They have 2 edge rushers with the same 2 letters to start their last names. It's kind of a reach, but they can just totally scream after the quarterback. There's nothing you can do. Good check down. Kenyon Crothers with a tackle. And the game is already decided at this point. Anything we do from here on out is just rude. All right. Well, whatever. 48-24. Big revenge game win. On the road, we just dominated. Kerry Mears has elevated his game to another level. 11 for 16, 187, 2 touchdowns. I know we're not lighting it up. These are not Heisman numbers, but it's running a successful offense, and he's running the ball well, 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's letting the running backs run the ball well. I don't know what impact he's playing there, but it's happening. Mike Whalen averaging over 10 per carry on just 5 attempts. Zeke, 2 touchdowns for him. Micah Gilbert over 50 yards. And then defensively, 2 TFLs for Jaden Scarlett out of the portal. Noah Herrick continues to play great. And then half a sack for Scarlett and Herrick. Did I miss one? No. Pick, of course, for Messiah Delhomme. The pressure's not crazy or anything like that. But again, the guys are just playing well right now. Kind of found our rhythm a little bit. We're ranked inside the top 25. We are sitting comfortably at the top of the Mountain West. Boise State's going to be in that conversation, obviously, as well. They're one of 4 undefeated teams in the conference currently, along with a Hawaii team that has been good in the past, although maybe not so good this year. They were great last year. And we already have 4 conference wins. We've got a lot of these conference games out of the way. Of course, we have a few remaining. At Hawaii could be a challenging one. And then we host Colorado State. That's a rivalry game. We go on the road at San Diego State. This game at Boise is going to be the game of the year. And then it's a cupcake against Delaware, week 13. Should be an auto win there. But a great start for us. We are potentially going to be ranked inside the top 20 after this one. And we're going to week 9 with a little bit of momentum. We're taking on a team that beat us last year. Again, this is a good opportunity for a road revenge game. And how about a commitment from 5-star corner Tevin Chacon? That's a great way to hit the midseason mark here. Maybe a little bit later than midseason. Anytime you get a 5-star, it's, feels fantastic. But to keep that cornerback tradition going that we're building here at Wyoming is really nice. Now, we didn't really move up a ton. Just number 23 in the nation now. But we still really haven't played anybody. Hawaii is undefeated in conference play, by the way. So they are better than they appear. I don't know if they're going to be as good as they were last year. But this is a team that's better than they look. Well, I say that. They lost to FCS East. Hey, week 1, everybody struggles. You got crushed by Ohio State. Got crushed by Memphis. Lost to NC State. Those are some tough teams to play. I don't know what happened week 1, but I mean, they beat San Jose State. They beat UNLV. They beat Air Force. They beat Colorado State. They've got a little bit of momentum going. They've won 4 out of their last 5. And for a team that's 4-4, that's pretty good. So we can't sleep on Hawaii. It's a rivalry game. We've seen what happens before. Hopefully, if we win this game, we're going to get a little bit more respect. Start to get ranked a little bit higher. But it's like, what are they going to do? Rank us ahead of 5-2 Ole Miss or 7-1 Iowa? It's probably not going to happen. Tulane and Boise stay undefeated. We're looking to stay undefeated in the conference. Up next, against the Rainbow Warriors. On the road, it's the Rainbow Warriors, undefeated in conference play. They won 4 out of their last 5 games, period. They're on a bit of a run right now. And this is a team that beat us last year. They had a very good quarterback. We'll see if we're getting caused problems again this year. But we're going to start on offense. This is a 10:30 p.m. start. Of course, Hawaii so far out in the Pacific that the time zone is wild. So even Wyoming fans are up late to watch as we try to take out the Rainbow Warriors. And Kerry Mears is sacked on the first snap by Keenan Sauer, putting a sour taste in our mouth on the very first play from scrimmage. How about a run? How about a lot of space for Jaden Scott and a broken tackle? Make another guy miss if you want it. Jaden Scott didn't want it badly enough. Dimu in the chat rooting for Hawaii. Judas, as they call him. Daddy Judas TV. We just needed a little bit of incentive. Oh, Elodie can't hear the adjustment here. He might not be ready for prime time. Throw the check down to Earl. We did have a curl over the middle of the field wide open, but Thought there was better run after catch opportunity on the shallow cross. Throw on the run to the flat. Catch made by Scott, but barely for any gain. I think we're going to be able to run the ball against Hawaii. We just have to not get too pass happy and let our offensive line body them. I don't know how we can't cut back there. And now we're in a bit of a tough spot. 3rd and 8. Oh, that's a really good route. Wide open is Earl, who continues to get better over the course of this season. And that should be the case with true freshmen, right? Got a couple starting for us, Elodie and Earl on that right side, both true freshmen. And Earl had a really tough spot, or tough start to the season for us as Mears goes down again. But Earl's been very good lately. Amani Earl. We'll throw on the run. Pace doing a great job to fight through tackles. And it's 3rd and 5. I'd say 4 down territory from the 44 here. See if read option nets us anything. Kerry Mears keeper gets a block, but really can't get more than back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. We're going to leave the offense out there. I can see a scramble working out quite well here. Oh, Mears already under pressure. Forced out. Mears doesn't have great speed, but he's going to have the power to move the chains. 1st down, Kerry Mears. Scary Kerry. Pure determination. High point. What a ball, and Pace drops it. It's Exodus Ayers. We've had him in some dynasties before, actually. I feel like JMU, maybe? Deep ball. One-on-one. We got a step. Micah Gilbert can't bring it down. That was tough. I mean, Kerry Mears is throwing some good balls right now. Just haven't found a ton. There's a Lodi. Feed Zeke. Big 1st down. Now we got to run the ball. We're getting a little pass happy. Got Mike Whalen in the backfield. Let's get him a touch. Ooh, backside of the play is going to be made there. Or the play's made on the backside. That was kind of crazy. Play action. Check down there gets us nothing. 3rd and 7. Throw the comeback. Zeke Elodie, touchdown. What a route. The timing on that was incredible as well. Kerry Mears put it right where it needed to be. That was a very interesting opening drive, but we took off the entire 1st quarter clock and come away with a touchdown. That's a really good route. Zeke got right into the hip pocket of the corner and bang, broke back towards the line of scrimmage. Wide open, and the ball was right where it needed to be. As we're going to send the safety King. Down goes the quarterback. DeMarco Henry got in there. And DeMarcus Davis has been a big problem for us so far in Wyoming Dynasty. But we corralled him that time. But they've still got the football. This 1st half is nearly over. We'll start calling timeouts. Maybe we're going to need to. It's pretty good coverage. Oh, well. Not tackling down the field. Do we bother calling timeouts here? Maybe we should have. I didn't want to make it easier for them to score, but they might just do it anyway. Now they're going to be calling timeouts. Maybe we just should have. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting spot. Here's 3rd and 6. We can go pass commit here. Pressure, and down goes DeMarcus Davis. Gary Rutherford bringing down the QB. Yeah, so their 63 overall is not fully accurate because it factors in, you know, recruits and whatnot, like, and the walk-ons at the bottom of the team, or at the bottom of the lineup, because I don't have any random walk-ons. the overall for us is always going to be way higher than almost any team. They don't have overalls done correctly in CFB 26. 19 seconds. We're going to see if we can rip something off here. We have 2 timeouts left. If Jaden Scott can get a nice run in here, we might keep the offense on the field. I feel like that had a lot more potential than what actually ended up happening. Can we get a little sluggo out here, maybe? Elodie, I don't love it to the short side of the field, probably. I don't really love it in general. Running back wide open. Kind of a weird throw, but we've got such a good arm. Or, nope. Got such a good leg with our kicker that we're maybe on the edge of field goal range. Don't catch that. Why, dude? Get the ball to the sideline, please. Yeah, it's really got to be a quick throw to the outside. 1 second on the clock. It's a 61-yarder. On the road, there's some wind. The crowd's going crazy. Not a very easy to make kick here, but makeable. That's a pretty good shot. Sandvik from 61. Good. What a kick by Sandvik to make it a touchdown game at the half. Hawaii with -5 rushing yards. 47 passing yards. We just need our offense to show up a little bit more. Let's get the opening drive here, as it is finally nighttime in Honolulu. Zeke Elodie back to return. We've really received so few kickoffs in this series because of play of the moments, but I think Elodie's got real potential as a return man. He's going to end up being way faster than his current 89 speed. And he still has some pretty good wheels. Good run after catch there. His third. I really think he's going to be a star. At least hoping so. Where do we want to go? I mean, we have 2 receivers that can really take the top off the defense. Jalen Smith can't hear that we're trying to send him on a vertical. Needed to probably go to Zeke there. I don't know why we were trying to force that to Jalen Smith. He really is not ever targeted. He's really out there doing cardio. Although, good route. Good way to fight through the corner, get to the football. Nowhere to go. But these comebacks are cooking. The only problem is it's one of the most interceptable routes in the game. Work back to the ball. Zeke Elodie on the sideline makes the catch. Mears has been picked off in this game, supposedly. They've got no safety help. I feel like if we have protection here, this is a touchdown to Zeke Elodie. He's wide open. Diving catch, touchdown Zeke. Feed Zeke. Zeke Elodie with his second touchdown of the game. There was a little bit of a worry there that the throw could have taken, Zeke not only off his feet, but away from him to the point where he couldn't even make the catch. But diving effort, and it's 17-3. Our defense has played well. I hope that trend continues. Offense starting to find it a little bit. And again, hopefully that trend continues. 3rd down and 3 from the 29. Read option touchdown. Oh, we actually have a chance here. Kerry Mears. He's so slow. Spin move. Kerry with a nice gain of maybe 15, 16. Something like that. They've got a corner lining up offside. Snap the ball. Threw it way too late. It's hard when you really can't see what's going on over there. Dude, we're just feeding Zeke Elodie right now. Just finding ways to get him the football. And it's working. Like past tense. It was working. It's not anymore. Okay. Good play for Hawaii. 3rd and 6. Bullet to Elodie. He makes the catch to bring up 4th and short. 20-3 doesn't really do a lot for me. I want to make that 24-3, if possible. We're going to go outside handoff. Jaden Scott walks right in. Whenever they go super condensed, we've got decent speed to the outside. We can just win the corner. And that's where big plays happen. If they go too condensed, that's where these outside runs can just absolutely eat. And it's 24-3. This is the type of performance we've been looking for. We've seen it a couple times this year. We're looking for more consistency. Hawaii was undefeated in conference play. That's going to end today. Jamarion Burnett has 10 rushes for 11 yards. 10-11? Doesn't quite work. 3rd and 1. They don't block on play action ever. We're throwing that anyway. It's going to be intercepted. 2nd pick of the day. Just need to get out of play action there, probably. Didn't love that. Threw it too late, too. It needed to be thrown earlier. Kenyon Crothers in coverage with the user pick. Easy reads. The cat in the hat. Easy reads for Kenyon Crothers. DeMarcus Davis is being thoroughly dominated. He used to be double Ds with DeMarcus Davis. Now he's triple Ds because he's been dominated. I don't know. It's not my best work either. But that's okay. It doesn't have to be. Check the scoreboard. How about that, Hawaii? How about that? Catch me outside in Hawaii. How about that? Good route by Elodie. Elodie Nada. Balling out. Jaden Scott, touchdown. This one's over. I'd hate to be an idiot in the chat rooting for Hawaii. What an embarrassment that would be. Not the best game in the world for Jaden Scott. Does have a couple of scores, though. But hasn't exactly dominated on the ground. Our passing game's been really good today. Passing game's been awesome. I know we've been picked off a couple of times, but... Oh, Kerry Mears. You thought it was going to be a game without a Kerry Mears rushing touchdown? Highly unlikely. I don't know what that celebration was, but he can celebrate any way he wants when he leads us to a 38-3 victory. The battle for the Paniolo once again goes to Wyoming. Ezekiel Elodie, the true freshman, your player of the game. 10 for 121. Couple of scores for him. He's been a really nice player for us, and he should be. He was a 5-star. You bring a 5-star to Wyoming, they better end up being the focal point of the offense. And he's also getting better each and every week. He's making tough catches. He's really just... He's been awesome. Couple of picks in this one for Kerry Mears. Don't love that, but overall, I think he played great. We ran the ball well enough. And then, of course, Zeke Elodie dominating. Amani Earl with a nice game. None of the other receivers really got going. But that's okay. 3 TFLs for Jaden Scarlett. 2 for Chad Woodfork. A sack for Rutherford Crothers and DeMarco Henry. Picks for Xavier Brown and Kenyon Crothers. We haven't really mentioned Xavier Brown very much this season, but that's a good thing. He's playing corner. He's not getting exposed. Yeah, maybe he's not really generating as many takeaways as we would want, but he's mostly been fantastic. And I really can't complain. We also will have players coming back from injury in the very near future. Jaden Scarlett's been awesome, but Derek Simmons is about to come back to help him out at defensive tackle. Really excited for that. That's going to bring our defensive lineup to another level. Week 10 is a huge visit week for us. We have LeBron James, Grant LeBron again Christian. Ohio State is making a push. We don't want that, obviously. Hopefully Grant LeBron enjoys his visit. It's a rivalry game. Unfortunately, no complimentary visits. We did what we could. We also have Isaiah Iorio, the 5-star tackle from Washington, on campus. He gets a complimentary with guard Rashard Addison, and also Oscar Connors, a 5-star outside linebacker. We're about to see what his visit was like at Georgia Tech. We've got a chance to win this one, but it's not a great chance, unfortunately. Brenton Hillis is on the verge of committing. Tennessee could force a recruiting battle. I don't love our chances in that, but it's still a possibility. And then, of course, Rashard Addison. We got Miami, USC, Texas, Florida, all pushing. This visit means a lot to us. It means a lot. Got to win this game. And really, we got to win this game by a lot. Need that blowout. Brenton Hillis has picked the Cowboys. 4-star tackle joins the class. We pulled out of the Brenton Cobb recruitment. It just was not going our way. That's the reality. Just didn't make sense to keep points in there. Man, Ohio State's going to make this really annoying. If we lose Grant LeBourne to Ohio State, if LeBourne stays in Ohio, I'm going to be pissed. Go out west. Join the Lakers. Wait, that's not quite the right sport. We're up to number 21. We've got recruiting hours. Ohio State is going to beat us out here if we don't have a good visit. We need a monster visit. That's the only way we're going to have a chance. Kind of the same deal with Isaiah Iorio. We've got 5 stars ready to go as Georgia takes a lead on Oscar Connors. That sucks. James got 3. We're in a decent spot for him. But, I mean, time is running out. We got to start winning some of these recruitments. Getting some of these commitments. Man, we need it. Big game here. Battle for the bronze boot. You already know about the players visiting. Some are destined to not be Wyoming Cowboys. We're going to rock the all-brown today. This is an interesting one. Colorado State, in my head, is just a team that we should absolutely steamroll. Sometimes, it just doesn't work out that way. We'll see if we have what it takes. We still have not experienced a snow game here in Laramie. We really just haven't played deep enough into the season. We haven't had home games deep enough into the season. The game against Delaware, I think, has the potential. We'll see. It's a big game. Let's go, Wyoming. Beat Colorado State. Offense. We'll start with the football here. 3rd and 2 from midfield. Obviously 4-down territory, but we should just be able to pick it up here. Oh, Elodi's wide open. We got it out there. Just enough time. Can we get a block down the field? We can. And Zeke Elodi pushes us down inside the 15. You know where we want to get the football at this point. Number 1 is becoming a star. We got to let that star shine bright. Ezekiel Elodi down to the 1-yard line. And I'm thinking of Jaden Scott touchdown. Jaden Scott with the score, hitting the gritty. Nice. Best possible start. We're ranked right now. I mean, we're the 21st best team in the nation. We can't afford to take a loss to Colorado State. And with the visitors, we really can't even afford for the game to be all that close. We need to buck up and make some stops, make some plays. This could be a bubble screen. They're going trips left. Inside zone is the call. Nowhere to go for Jalen Dupree. Colorado State gets 3. Let's get a touchdown here. Elodi's actually on fire already. We hadn't seen a drop from Amani Earl in a minute. That was a bad one. That was a bad drop. A lot of wind here. Sandvik's been great, and that kick does stay in between the uprights. We erased their field goal with one of our own, but they keep driving on our defense. They got 1st and 5, weirdly, I guess after a first down offside call. Oh, wow. I really thought we had that read pretty well, but got a little bit over aggressive with Kenyon Crothers there. Here's 2nd and 1. Creeping up. Oh, wow, they have a lot of space there. That's okay. 1st and 5, you're very unlikely to stop them from getting it. So, I mean, this is 1st and goal from the 6. It's a little bit different here on 1st and goal, though. Field's pretty short. You can make some plays happen. I don't really like the way our defense is kind of crossed up here. QB blast. As their QB is blasted. 2nd and goal. Will they run it? Got to be at least ready for it. Maybe a swing screen? They're going empty here. Where is their running back? End zone wide open. Oh my goodness. What is happening? Colorado State with a touchdown. End to stop, and they are driving. It is 10-10 still, though. 1st and 20. These are tough spots. We need some of these back. Couldn't really throw back shoulder there. If we have time, Jalen Smith, I think, could be wide open. But we're going to be forced out. Oh, the running back was there. Didn't throw it. 3rd and 13. We're going to try to fit that in there. Whole shot to Jalen Smith. He can't bring it down. Cannot bring it down. Shoot. All right, well. We're really not playing that well against Colorado State. It's a good punt, though. Into the 2nd half. Our defense has been on the field a lot. Our offense has not played well. Our defense has only been okay. This is probably 4-down territory for them. We'll see how many they get. That's insane. Duncan Grant's been picked off twice in this game. We only have 10 points total. 2nd and 7. We're in the hole. They cut back. We can't tackle. We're going to lose this game. Let's send Taquan Beard here. We're having trouble against Colorado State. That's one thing I can say for sure. This is a huge play in the game. Or huge series. Wide open touchdown. And our defense needs help. Our punter is so bad, by the way. In sim, can't punt. Cannot do it. Short field every time. We're down 17-10. We're worried about a blowout win. Now we're worried about winning the game in general. They're going hurry up. 3rd and goal. Please stop whatever garbage they're doing. To the end zone. Good coverage. It's going to be 20-10. Well, this actually could go wide right. It sneaks in. We need a drive. We need a drive. They're not really going to give us any offensive moments, it seems, so we're going to take one. Let's get a drive. Make this 20-17, hopefully. Their pass coverage has been fairly good today. We tried to go for a crazy cutback. The potential seemed like it was there. Just didn't happen for us. I mean, now you're thinking about our season crumbling. We need points in the worst way. Flushed out right, trying to make something happen. Gary Mears is squashed. We're into the fourth quarter. Down 10 to 4-5 Colorado State. Our undefeated conference season is on the line. Our placement inside the top 25 is on the line. If we want any chance of making the college football playoff, we need to win today. And even then, it may not be enough. 7 minutes on the clock. Who wants to make a play? Zeke Elodie is doubled. He makes the catch anyway. Might have had a better shot with Micah Gilbert. We went for the true freshman. Carey is apparently on fire. I don't know how that's possible. We scored 10 points. Although that's wide open. It's the second tight end, Pace! Ironically, he's extremely slow. Pace is not one of his strengths, but he puts us down inside the red zone. And now we just can't afford to make a mistake. But we can't play like that. We can't play, trying not to make a mistake. We just got to try to make a play. Be smart, but, don't be afraid to make a play. We're moving guys all over. We're having success on this drive. They're blitzing. Elodie is open. He'll make the catch. Touchdown, Zeke. Feed Zeke. He's going to bring us down to within 3. We need our defense to step up. Let's see if they can get a stop. No. 23-17. 3 doesn't really kill us. Touchdown and an extra point gives us the lead. As Pace drops the football. I don't love the bubble screen here, to be honest. I really don't. It looked open enough, but we couldn't throw it in time. Mears takes off, 3rd and 1. Play action. Flat, our only option. We're not going to get there. We can't punt in this spot. Are you joking? Fourth and 1. We're going to trust the run game. Scott pushing. Didn't get it. That is tough. Man, they defended that so well. The left guard just didn't get out. They go to combo the nose and they leave the backer open. We had to change direction and we couldn't get there. Is it worth a challenge at this point? I mean, we're trying to get to where? We can't even really tell because there are no sticks. Right there. We're trying to get to the 34-yard line. I think he just gets stood up. I mean, he falls ahead, but Is it worth the challenge? We would lose a timeout, but we might lose the game if we don't. We have the 2-minute timeout anyway. This is really, it would cost us 43 seconds, but we're already down. This is essentially for the game, I would say. Hopefully they give us the spot. It was close enough. And it's going to stand. Our defense needs a big play. Big hit by Beard. Unfortunately, no fumble. Yeah, we need to come up and hit. That is insane. Stephon Daly has 9 for 122. Touchdown is our only chance to win. They could have just taken the time off the clock. Obviously, this doesn't look good, but it was kind of our only chance. We're down 30-17. Our defense was awful this game, but our offense was also awful. The season is definitely not over because we've not won the Mountain West before. And we've got a chance to win the conference. That's our goal. We didn't know we were going to be a college football playoff team anyway. Those dreams may be over if we were to lose this game. But we're still fighting. We are still fighting. It may just take Micah Gilbert winning over the top. I mean, Kerry Mears to run. I've seen negative plays. I've seen plays worse than that. It's just your chances of winning with 2:16 to go, no timeouts, they're not great. Micah Gilbert. I thought that was picked almost. I don't really like the coach suggestions. They're playing the sideline. They're not really letting us get a deep completion, which, I mean, they shouldn't. We really need to score in the next 9 seconds. You just got to go make a catch. Micah Gilbert has made a catch! Oh my goodness. He's our best receiver, but he's been outplayed by Ezekiel Eloti lately. He made an insane catch right there. Kind of just got the position on the corner, who just overran the route. We're going to go for 2 here. It's a 7-point game either way. Or if we miss it, I should say. Oh, sick. Very cool. You don't get to the end zone. We'll go for the onside. I don't think you can even get these. It feels like lately. Here's our attempt. They're all over it. We can stop the clock one time. Come on. It's a good stop. We may get the ball again. There's a chance. We will need stops, though. They can't get anything. Outside, Crothers all over it, saves the game. 3rd and 14. This is where we've been beat. I don't like Taquan Beard randomly going to the slot, by the way. I like him at strong safety. I don't get why he keeps going to slot corner. Unless it's because are we in dime? Or maybe that's it. 3rd and 14. They're going with a touch pass here. They're going to get to the outside. They convert a 3rd and 14 with a jet touch pass to go QB kneel and win the game. We're going to be knocked out of the top 25. Not a very good visit, I would say. Colorado State wins the battle for the bronze boot. Has given us our first conference loss and has effectively ended any chance of a college football playoff appearance. It was already extremely unlikely, but now it is impossible. Our defense, I can't imagine how they possibly played this badly. I just don't get how you allow 30 to Colorado State. I do wonder if we're going to be receiving any votes. I mean, we're 7-2. We did drop from the rankings. And we are getting some votes from the media. I mean, we're a fringe top 25 team. Obviously, not what we wanted to happen. That goes without saying. And Ohio State, they're going to do it. They will steal away Grant LeBourne. It's going to happen. It's an inevitability. USC is going to do it for Iorio. There is nothing we can do. We're just going to watch it happen, I guess. I mean, it's brutal. But that's what's going to happen. When you have these 4 and 5 stars on campus and you lose, and you already don't have good motivations, you lose. That's what happens. The recruiting class really could have been quite good. Now it certainly won't be. It's going to be, at best, okay. We had the chance to add a 5-star, top 5 player in the nation, speedster receiver, and we won't. He's headed to Ohio State. That's how that goes. Probably wasting points, even keeping him on at this point, but maybe we force a recruiting battle. I don't know. We're getting ready to take on San Diego State. I just don't get it. It seems like every year when there's a critical must-win game in play the moments, your defense can't stop anybody. You get no offensive moments. I think some people are going to be upset with my decision to run the ball. But hey, sometimes on 4th and 1, you don't decide to pass. I thought we had a decent, opportunity to pick up the first on the ground. It didn't happen. In this game, yeah, maybe passing is just better. And in football, really passing is better. But, the highest probability play seemed like the run play at the time. Thought we had a pretty good look, but obviously didn't happen. Yeah, it rains way too much in this game, just in general, but especially at places where it doesn't really rain. Not to say that San Diego never gets rain, but it's fairly uncommon. Same thing with, playing at Arizona State, where it rained like every game. So, hey, it doesn't really rain in Phoenix very much. But yeah, I mean, the run blocking just is not all that good. So it's like, how can we ever decide to run the ball when if we want to go inside zone to try to pick up a couple yards, it's either wide open or completely stuffed. It's a real 50-50. But, it's a 50-50 either way. You either get it or you don't. But we're not going to dwell on, a game we just didn't play well enough in total and boil it down to one play. There's not really any point in doing that. I know you can't, dude. You can't hear the adjustment playing at San Diego State. Gary Mears to take off, and he'll get it. We don't really run a lot of triple option here. It's a very interesting play call. That's the end of the first quarter. We are up 7-0 over the Aztecs already, but obviously the wind's out of our sails a little bit based on the Colorado State result. I'm trying to stop talking about it and move on, but what does the San Diego State game mean if, you know, we've already lost to Colorado State? I thought I pulled it. 4th and 3. Offense stays out. There's Jalen Smith. I just don't like a receiver wearing 24. Maybe that's why I don't look to him ever. He simply doesn't catch the ball. And it's not because he drops it. He doesn't get any looks. How many times have you heard Jalen Smith's name this year? It's not said. How many times you hear feed Zeke? Pretty often. But he's a big mismatch in the slot pretty often. We're able to kind of abuse defenses with that. Just his ability to get open from the slot is so strong. Man, Jaden Scott has no ability to make anybody miss. None. Oh, that's a sick route. Just didn't throw it. Flat was wide open. Sometimes Amani Earl just runs amazing routes. Sometimes he definitely doesn't. As a Lodi cannot make the catch. Kick is good from Sandvik. We're up 17 on the road to a team that's probably better than Colorado State. It's frustrating. It's nearly intercepted. I just don't get how you can throw a route with anticipation. We're trying to hit him as he breaks, and I feel like we did. Thought the timing on that was great, but it really didn't turn out to be. Let's go, Carey. Carey's got some moves. I think he is significantly better this year than he was as a true freshman. And I think he's going to be even better as a true junior. I'm excited that he's our quarterback. I know the numbers are not, incredible. But I think he's played pretty well. Can't really complain too much. He is often not the reason we lose, I feel like. There's pace. We could use a good secondary tight end. We just didn't really recruit tight end very well this year. And I really thought we were getting a big upgrade at receiver with LeBourne. That didn't really end up happening. Oh, that would have been crazy. I wish they would take a second look at that, because that actually ended up being fairly close. Carey taking off. He's just fast enough. On pace for about 100 yards rushing today. I don't know if he's going to end up hitting that, but... Oh, they played it. They played it. They played it. That's a bad pick. Needed to double tap there and pump fake. I don't know if we would have had time for it, but man. Just watch the cornerback sit down as we're throwing the ball. Carey's got like 83 speed, 84 speed. It's nothing like particularly good, but it's often just good enough. I hate this halfback direct snap, but we're going to try it here. They had the contained player just hold the edge like something was going to happen. It's like the ball is right in front of you. Put it out for Jalen Smith. Nearly intercepted. I don't think you can bullet past that, though. But the straight lob was not very good. And that's the bullet, and there's a path to completing that pass. I don't know how to do it. Here's 3rd and 10. Pressure. We'll take 20-7. That's fine. I mean, we pretty much trust Eric Sandvik to nail any kick we send him out for. So, that's really nothing right there. All right, let's put this game away. I wish Carl Worthy made more of an impact this year. We just really haven't had a lot of time for our pass rush to get going. I don't get how you can defend that, because you switch on and then you can't actually move them. So it's just automatically going to be completed. 20-14. Let's put this one away, please. Mike Whalen down to the 1. Ooh, Deron Teamer we actually tried to recruit, if you remember. He's playing already at San Diego State. Diving, Jaden Scott, touchdown. That should be enough to do it. I'm not sure that it will be. Yeah, we're in the dime, and that's where, No, in the dime, Taquan Beard is back. Maybe in quarters he goes to play the slot. Unknown at this time. We don't even have quarters. It's got to be like a specific sub package where he goes to the nickel. Here he's playing single high. It's kind of an interesting look. He made so many plays last year. Fewer this year. And again, I think that's just we're not getting a lot of defensive moments to kind of showcase that ability. First down for Jaden Scott. San Diego State's going to call timeouts, but I don't really think it's going to matter much at this point. It's a 28-14 lead. We can take the clock down to about probably under a minute here. And there is Jaden Scott. First down for Scott. San Diego State cannot stop the clock again. Should we take out some frustrations on them? Like, this is where, you know, Mike Lovelace should get in the game. We need more packages for him. Because he's probably going to transfer if he doesn't play. And I don't really want him to transfer, especially when we didn't get a big running back recruit this year. Let's give Lovelace a carry. Of course, there's a flag. They line up offside? All right, this game's over. Not even going to bother snapping it. At this point, I mean, it's just, the game's over. 28-14. Played better this week. Wasn't perfect. Wasn't free of mistakes. But it's a win. I could see us being ranked back in the top 25, but doesn't matter for much right now. Carl Worthy with a sack. Woodfork got there as well. We improved to 8-2. We're still very much on track to play in the conference championship, by the way. So these games do mean something. They absolutely do. We want to go out. We want to win. This is year 3 in the Mountain West. We have not won the conference yet. We have the tiebreaker over Hawaii. I'm hoping because our regular record is so much better that we would have a tiebreaker over Utah State. Only time will tell. But this next game is a really big one. Why is that? It's Boise State on the road. If we win this game, we are guaranteed a spot in the Mountain West title game. We are not ranked in the top 25. Boise State is undefeated 10-0. We can play spoiler. We can do that. We should be receiving a lot of votes here. 84. Obviously, we have no chance of making the conference championship. But we've got a chance to beat Boise State. They're a talented team. They haven't lost. They're top 10. They may be guaranteed a spot in the college football playoff either way. But we're going to try to beat them. We really should have been using Matt Lovelace a lot more. 96 agility, 96 break tackle, 90 change of direction. The only problem, his IQ is so low that in simulation, he just runs into the offensive line. He can't do anything. So, we haven't played him very much. But Matt Lovelace down the stretch here, final few games of the year, I think could become quite an impact player for us. We'll see if that is the case. But we're going to upgrade the team here. I mean, Ezekiel Lillity has 5 spots. The problem with redshirting a player is they could just transfer on you. So, like, a little bit worried about that. So don't really want to tempt that. Obviously, we'd like him for another year. But like redshirting him, he'll just transfer. Playtime's a deal breaker. It's just not really an option. We have really not seen a lot of Boise because it's raining, of course. Because they weren't on the schedule last year, and we really weren't that competitive of a team in year one. But they were significantly better. We're playing them now. They are undefeated. We are 6-1. If we beat Boise State today, we are guaranteed a shot in the conference title game. It's as simple as that. So, if we win, we're going to need to play them again. It's kind of in a weird spot because you want the conference prestige to go up, but at the same time, like, you don't want to let Boise State win just so they can make the college football playoff. So we're trying to beat them, you know? That's what it is. Tough environment to play in, but, you know, this is what it takes. If this is the, oh man, we can never beat Boise State, how are you ever going to play Ohio State or Oregon or an underthrown pass in what surely would have been a big play down the sideline? It doesn't quite fit, but it is true. Third and 6. I'm telling you, it's 4-down territory. You don't go on the road against a top 10 team who is yet to lose and be content to punt the ball away. Doesn't matter, though. Good route from Amani Earl. Boise State only has 3 commits right now. That's like the Spider-Man pointing meme. Yeah, we're in a pretty bad spot for recruiting. We just didn't win the games we needed to win, which was Colorado State. It really is as simple as that. Oh, Jaden Scott still on his feet. 3rd and 4. I think we got to trust Amani Earl. The out routes have been crazy. We're going to get sacked. Didn't even see it. Clay Martineau will force the punt. Wow, he came in screaming. Not the start we were looking for. Holy cow. Tavian St. Clair has transferred to Boise State. He is a problem to deal with. But not for us. 45-yard rush by Kerry Mears once we get the football back. Defense got to stop. Elodi's like weirdly not being covered. We're just going to take the free yards. We got to get Lovelace in the game. There's Waylon. He can't sneak through. Here's what we're going to do on the depth chart here. Is take out Waylon, who's played a lot. He's still the 3rd down back. Matt Lovelace needs to play more. We're going to try to run the ball here. Mike Whalen could be a future star for us. He doesn't have the power. How do you not get in there? We're going to snap the football. That's how you end a first quarter in style. Jaden Scott, touchdown. We have the lead. I'm shocked the defense got to stop. Genuinely shocked. But they managed to do it. And it is 7-0 Wyoming. The Broncos are driving. But they might be bucking Broncos. We are Cowboys. We're going to tame this wild beast. And end their undefeated season. Oh, good defense. Myron Robinson. Scooping up the ball carrier. Dropping him for a loss. 3rd and 5. Man coverage. Kind of scary at this part of the field. And that's going to be a touchdown. Double coverage didn't matter. Boise's going to tie it. We do take the lead, though. 14-7, and our defense gave us the ball back. Here's 3rd and 5. Big play. Big 3rd down. Again, probably 4-down territory for me. Good route. Jalen Smith wide open. I don't see how we can allow the Broncos to touch the ball again. This needs to be the final drive of the first half. I'm really making sure what all the buttons are here. Because they disappear. And the football's out and loose. It's recovered by Perry. We lose 11. Pressure got there and may destroy any chance we had of scoring a touchdown. On the move. Throwing crossbody. Working back to it is Micah Gilbert. He can't make the catch. Dude, look how deep they are. We just go like 4 verts or something, and then Elodie works underneath if he can even hear it. And then maybe we scramble. Wide open, up the seam, caught by Amani Earl. Let's call a timeout. Why did they go prevent there? Prevent defense just allowed us to get right where we wanted to be. Whalen can't make the catch. That would have been a crazy play. Elodie's open. They're not pressing him. Multiple pump fakes. We find Jalen Smith. Touchdown. Oh, we have Boise in a blender. And going up 21-7 is a great end to the first half. We've got the football in half number 2. Let's put this thing away. Let's put this thing away. Matt Lovelace into the game. Nowhere to go, really. We're going to go back to it. I like the idea of Matt Lovelace getting more carries. Taking time off the clock. He's got decent speed. And he's down to the 2. And that's the only play where you can actually get the ball. So it kind of just has to be this play again. 3rd and goal. I'm not going to say a touchdown here ends the game, but it would look promising. Lovelace fumbled the ball into the end zone. Broncos recover, and Lovelace is hurt. Boise State scores. Interception by Alonzo Calhoun. And Boise State has the ball on the 19. A touchdown down. I mean, maybe Lovelace didn't get enough carries the whole year. He's not ready for this type of a spot. 3 straight carries, and he put the ball on the ground. Defense being spun out by Gaines. Unreal. Pitch outside. Big stop, Myron Robinson. We're going to start thinking about timeouts, too. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't even have to. Broncos score. 3 wins the game. They want us to go back to Lovelace. The Broncos went for 2 and didn't get it. It's 21-20. There's Lovelace. Timeout, Boise State. I don't really love the idea of running Lovelace into the ground. We don't need anything here. We just need to take time off the clock. I am very worried about Lovelace now. I'm not going to lie. 2nd and 7. Lovelace brings us down to maybe about a yard shy or 2. 3rd and 2. The clock can stop one more time. Pressure instantly. Mears off on the run. Sliding. Got it. Boise State cannot stop the clock. Victory formation. It's a win. Oh, man. 21-20. We upset the number 9 Boise State Broncos. It could have been much, much, much better. But we're going to play this team again. Our defense played great. The fumble on the goal line is unforgivable. It just is. 13 points in the 4th quarter in a game that we should have easily won. Tavian St. Clair, we got him twice. Kerry Mears, of course, the 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He's used to that, but 9 for 95. He did fumble, as did Matt Lovelace. He's got 82 carrying. I mean, 86 trucking, 90 change of direction, 96 agility. Jalen Smith with a touchdown in this one. And then defensively, 2 TFLs for Myron Robinson, 1 for Worthy. Got the sack. Interception for Messiah Delhomme and Zabian Brown. This was a big one to win. 9-2. We've solidified a chance to play in the Mountain West Conference title game. We may have ended Boise State's playoff hopes. That's a big-time road upset. A road upset. That's tougher. We're just going to make sure that everyone that needs to be on campus next week is. Because this is our last time for a visit. Shamir Reddick, unfortunately, we can't get for a visit. But Glenn Denson and his future quarterback can be on campus at the same time. Well, depending on if we can actually get Anthony Sendejo. He's got good speed. The throw power is nothing crazy, but we've got something here. Bad recruiting update, as can be expected. We're actually ranked, by the way. Rashard Addison picked USC. We stopped recruiting him because we had no chance. And we're in 2nd place and just a lot of players that we want. It sucks. It sucks. But we got some visitors. The recruiting season is not yet over. We're number 19. Beating Boise State was just that influential and impactful. Maybe we still get a chance here if we can force a recruiting battle. And USC forgets about him. Like, that's kind of what we're hoping for, I would guess. Guthrie looks really bad, but he's on campus this week. Maybe we can get out ahead. I don't know. Got Anthony Sendejo as well. We guessed right on what his ability was. We're not getting Kirkendall. Kind of stopped recruiting him. Hagen's in a pretty good spot there. Reddick, unfortunately, is headed to Miami. I mean, all but certainly. And he was a good player. But it's just not going to happen. Unfortunately. Garrison Wayne, though, would be a nice bit of depth on the interior defensive line. I really want Glenn Denson. Because we swung and missed really bad at LeBourne in the end. Glenn Denson, I think, would be a good player. See if that ends up happening. And then Robert Hart. Not to be confused with Bobby Hart, the offensive lineman. Could be a nice get as well. Yeah, I mean, the recruiting class just kind of fell apart a little bit. But that's just the way that goes sometimes. Let's see what happens here. 5-6 Delaware. This was supposed to be one of those games that we just steamrolled them and continued a great season. And, you know, we're kind of down on our luck here after the loss to Colorado State because it did kind of tank our recruiting class a little bit. But another way to think about it is if you're in a situation where the result of one game could make or break your recruiting class, you probably weren't in a good spot to begin with. So, yeah, it is what it is. We're ranked number 19. It honestly feels, as crazy as it is to say, it honestly feels like our college football playoff chances are not dead. I know that sounds crazy, but we're the number 19 team in the country. This would be our 10th win. And we're going to play Boise State again. Could we somehow finish top 15 and then make the college football playoff? Oh. That was not good. It could have been amazing, but it wasn't good. It could have been awesome. What a mistake. Imagine doing that in an actual meaningful game. No disrespect to... I just threw it away on 4th down. No disrespect to Delaware, but we should wake the hell up and dominate this team. I'll tell you, Delaware's playing hard. A 4th down throwaway is unimaginable. You imagine the tweets I'd be sending out if that happened? Ezekiel Elodi's hurt. Non-contact, he's holding his left knee. You gotta be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. Against Delaware. That doesn't seem good. There's Micah Gilbert. But I am really worried about that Zeke Elodi injury update. Fractured kneecap. His season is over. Forearm fracture for Caden Massey. Fractured kneecap? Man. Matt Lovelace touchdown. Our star true freshman wide receiver will miss the most important games of the year. And who knows what his season, not only derailed, obviously, who knows what his career will look like now. No, it ended up being, there was some contact. It was a blocking play down the field, and it was kind of weird. I don't know how the kneecap fractured, but it wasn't non-contact. But would you prefer, Jesus, would you prefer a fractured kneecap to a torn ACL? I don't even know. And we're tied against Delaware. What is happening? Yeah, that's happening. Carl Worthy off the edge. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been a cursed season in a lot of ways, but every season seems that way, and we're getting better and better and better every season. We are 9-2 right now, feeling bad. Like, that's what level of prestige a Coach Gene Dangus program ends up looking like. The expectations are just astronomically high. We're going to be a double-digit win team. Now, do we want to be in a hell game against Delaware? I think you know the answer to that is no. They're sending a lot of heat. Sending a lot of heat. They're playing hard. They're playing to be bowl eligible, is why. Lovelace just popped. Oh my god. If they lose this game, they are not bowl eligible. And we threw it right there. He just didn't run with the other slant. Man. Okay. Lock in, Carey. Season on the line, for real now. This game actually means nothing. A loss doesn't really do anything for us. Good or bad, honestly. Because I don't think we're going to be a college football playoff team anyway. And we have an automatic shot to play in the conference title game. Yeah, Lovelace 7 for 12 is not great. Hoping to get him going. He's just breaking no tackles. And our line just doesn't run block. They don't do it. Kerry Mears keeper, he's in. I still am not really worried about winning this game. Like, I just think we're going to. Because I think at the end of the day, we are just a better team than Delaware. I don't think they have it. But you never know. I mean, we still got to go out. We still got to play. It's not, just, guaranteed win because it's Delaware. If we're so good, we've got to play well. Right? And we're not playing well. Pressure gets there. It's Chad Woodfork, his second sack. We're going to turn up the heat to it. Maybe Wyoming in December. But we're turning up the heat. It's a screen. Good play call against the blitz. Who is this Delaware play caller? I'd like to shake your hand. I'd like to shake his hand. The Delaware play caller. Yeah, I know they have 7 points, but you know what? I respect it. Let's just make this 21-7 and be done with it. You know what we still seem to lack, by the way? Speed. That's what we still lack. That's why we don't seem significantly better than Delaware, because we're not that much faster than them. And Micah Gilbert is not getting the ball enough. These are things I know. Delaware has 1 timeout. Probably wasn't the play anyway. Man, they just don't let us do whatever we want to do, and you think they would because they're Delaware. Again, no disrespect, but this did not. When I scheduled this game, it didn't seem like a team that was going to cause us a lot of problems. We're going for the jugular. We are keeping the offense out there. They're not stopping us. They're just not going to. A little bit of a bump. Diving catch by Micah Gilbert. First down. We need the touchdown. Well, I think it's a clear win from 7 either way. But the optics on this game are really not good. I don't know how to move the ball against Delaware. What do we do? We don't seem bigger, faster, stronger, better. We seem like, hey, we're Delaware, but in a different color. Brown jerseys instead of white. Oh my God. Can't believe it. Field goal to end it. Improving Sandvik's already great season. Nearly blocked. This Delaware team is on another level. A win is a win. It wasn't pretty. We scored 17 points against Delaware. We lost our best offensive player, statistically, I would say. Matt Lovelace cannot start another game. He didn't really start this one, but he can't play as much as he did. Woodford with a couple of sacks. Scarlett got in there as well. I don't even know that our defense even played that great. We stop Delaware from going bowling, so feel good about that after they ended our star freshman season. I don't know when he's going to be back. We're about to find out. How long does a fractured kneecap take to heal? Because it feels like it's going to be a while. LeBourne picks Ohio State. Reddick picks Miami. We improved to number 18 in the country. And it will be Boise State. The number 12 team. That's very interesting. The current college football playoff bracket is projecting Wyoming to make it as the Mountain West Conference champion. Oh my goodness. The highest ranked Group of 5 team is Boise State, followed closely by Wyoming, FIU, and then Tulane, whose loss actually ended their season. Okay. Okay, we've got a chance. Now, you got to remember, we don't have Zeke Elodie in this one. 26 weeks. We don't have Caden Massey. Forearm fracture. Oh, man. Sucks. So, we're going to have an even tougher time beating Boise State than we did last time. And it came down to 1 point. That is crazy. Moses Lamar cannot start at right tackle. At right guard, we're going to elevate Jonathan Bush, who had been there for a pretty good amount of time earlier. Pierre Bibbs to step in at right tackle. And then in the slot, I think we probably go Micah Gilbert and just try to utilize him there. We have Barry Sawyer currently playing in the slot. I just don't think that's the best move for us. Actually, you know who should be there? We're going to get Jalen Smith with takeoff in the slot, and we're going to see if we can use that to our advantage. But I can tell you, our power back will not be Matt Lovelace. Can't have it happen. He's been too bad. Iorio has picked USC. It kind of feels like we control our own destiny. And I'm curious about whether we want to keep Aaron Bull, because he has Master Motivator, but he hasn't got anything else. And I think there's absolutely a value to Master Motivator. But I also want someone that can help us recruit. And he currently can't do that. And he's got a Nebraska pipeline. He does have some decent coach prestige, though. We're going to fire him. We're going to fire him. It just is what it is. And hopefully we get somebody better. That's what it's going to have to be. You will see what this recruiting class ends up looking like. Obviously, a lot of swings and misses. That's how it goes. You know, you're trying to get better. You're trying to get the best players you can in order to accelerate that process. And, you know, we didn't get everybody we wanted. Plain and simple. But I think we're still in a position, especially with the portal nowadays, to where you can turn what appears to be just a whatever class into a really, really good class. And I'm hoping that's going to be what ends up happening for us. We're going after a lot of players that we might not really have any chance to get. Like Anthony Sendejo. So we got to reevaluate the board a little bit, try to save some of these points, and salvage this class, because it still could end up being pretty good, but it's falling apart. Regardless of how it looked the entire season, if we come away with 1 5-star, 1 or 2 or maybe even more high school 4 stars, and then whatever we can get in the portal, and then supplement it with 3 stars, I think you'd still be really happy with how the class looked in year 3 at Wyoming, right? So I still feel pretty good about it. We just got our contract extended, and we unimaginably could be a college football playoff team. Again, the overall is not 100% accurate. Ooh. Is the Mountain West one of the home games? Is that a conference who does home games? I actually don't remember. I'm really interested to see where this game's actually going to be played. Is it at Allegiant? Please let it be in Wyoming. Let us get home field advantage for this. Pack the house, please. I genuinely can't remember. We're about to find out. It is in Wyoming. It's in Laramie. Home field advantage. The most fans we have ever played in front of. This is our first time playing in a packed house. It's got to be, right? We already went to Idaho, and we beat the brakes off of the Boise State Broncos. They came back a little bit, but whatever. We are missing Ezekiel Eloti. Fractured kneecap against Delaware. If you skip through that game, you missed a pretty big injury. We're going to have to find a way to win without him. We need our defense to stop Tavian St. Clair. Good start for Jaden Scott. We got to drive. Every time we touch the football, it needs to end in points. Plain and simple. Every single time. If we do that, we're going to win the game. I'm very confident in that. And we just trust the running game. We have the mailman who's going to volunteer his kneecap to get Ezekiel Eloti back on the field. I like that. I don't know if it's going to be quite the same level of kneecap, but it could be helpful to us. And right now, it's all Jaden Scott. Touchdown, Jaden Scott. That's how you establish the run. Establish your will. Impose your will on the defense. Let them know what time it is. This is a top 25 matchup. Double-digit win Wyoming Cowboy team. It's different. It's different. Transfer Jaden Scott has had some big games. This may be another one. But our defense needs help. It's going to be one of those games. We might have a shootout here in Laramie. Old school Wild West here in Wyoming. And that is not going to happen. Chad Woodfork is down, though. One of our best defensive players. It's a huge loss. 2nd and goal. They're going to throw. Nearly intercepted by Kenyon Crothers. We got over to it, just couldn't make a play. Or couldn't take the ball away, but we made a play. Running back wide open, but they throw it to Taquan Beard. Just stay in the end zone. Taquan Beard, interception. Tavian St. Clair had a touchdown. Instead, he's made a massive mistake after a great opening drive. I don't know how to do it. Wyoming with the takeaway. And we are driving. 3rd and inches. I don't really know that we want to go that east-west here, but I think it's going to be open. They're man coverage. We got a blocker out in front. Micah Gilbert, touchdown. Okay. Sometimes it takes a little bit of luck. Tavian St. Clair gifting us an interception in the end zone. That's a little bit lucky. But we capitalized off of it, and it's 14. And we have the football back again. Let's go. 21-0 here. It's got to be. 3rd and 7. This is a big play. Good timing. Wide open. Micah Gilbert gets the feed in. Can we get a flag? How late can you possibly hit him with no flag? Yeah, even the cat's like, what the hell? What the hell's going on? Run to the outside. Jaden Scott back up the middle. Gets a couple. Already 12 touches for him here in the first, 12 carries, I should say, here in the first half. Jalen Smith wrapped up. 3rd and goal from the 7. Running back in motion. What a time for a screen! Amani Earl, touchdown! Let's go. Let's go. Who saw the tight end screen coming? Not Boise State. That's for sure. It's 21-0. And again, Boise State will punt. 57 seconds. Can't afford to let the foot off the gas pedal here. We had an option to the flat, decided not to go to it. We'll take it this time around. It's Amani Earl. Gary Mears with a couple of first half touchdown passes. You don't really see that too often. There's Jaden Scott. That's going to be the first. He got enough for it. They're giving us the flat. And this is where we just need to take the checkdowns and potentially run with Kerry Mears. That's not what we want. We kind of just forced out of the pocket for no reason there. Didn't need to happen. 2nd and 5. Play action. Oh, we're going to get sacked. Play action blocking is just terrible. I mean, honestly, if you remember, cancel every single play action. It's awful. They don't block. So, I mean, what can you really do? We're just going to try to get another snap off. We're going to waste maybe 5 seconds here. Maybe less. Oh, it's a good bullet to Gilbert, but there's a flag. It's coming back. That's a really bad time for a hold. Would have been 1st and goal on the 5. And the time is the factor. That's the biggest issue why that hold sucked so bad. The time. 1st and 20 now. Launching to the end zone for Micah Gilbert! Oh, he dropped it! We're going to try to get 3. This is a long kick. 63 yards. We've seen Sandvik drill from 61. This is a little bit different. Kick is up. On a line. Has a chance. No good. It's short. Pushing the limits on what's possible there. But second half, we've got the ball. Up 21. Jaden Scott will pick up the first. Good running. That's a good run. Blocking wasn't great. Patient enough to find something that works. There's Jaden Scott to the outside. Look at the block from Micah Gilbert making up for the drop. Touchdown, Jaden Scott. This is a blowout. 28-0. And are they waving the white flag? Boise State to punt, down 28 in a conference championship game. Okay, that's a sick punt, I guess, but all right. They've got the ball back. It's the best punt I've ever seen. Time for Noah King to make a play. Shot down the field. Zabian Brown, great coverage. And forces the incompletion. We are 4 minutes away from a conference championship here in year 3 of Wyoming Dynasty. Jaden Scott fumbles the ball. It's recovered by Micah Gilbert. Okay, making up for the drop for sure now. Oh boy. (31-0). And Boise State, thanks for coming out. Can you imagine? Jaden Scott has 162 yards on the ground. Bullet to the end zone. Jalen Smith touchdown. That is your game. 38-0. Can I... I can't really do it anyway because it's hard for me to see because I blocked my statement. Anyway, I blocked my vision. That's a statement win. For sure. 38-0. Put Wyoming in the playoff. Kerry Mears, 198 through the air, 3 touchdowns. Jaden Scott, 162 on the ground, 2 touchdowns, 2 fumbles, 2 broken tackles. Everything coming in pairs. Touchdowns for Micah Gilbert, Jalen Smith, and Amani Earl on a tight end screen. And then defensively, 2 TFLs for Carl Worthy, had a sack. Simmons with a sack. Picks for Messiah Delhomme and Taquan Beard. That was a game. That was our best game of the entire series. Mountain West champions. That was a big-time win. I don't know if we're going to be in the Mountain West next year. There's obviously a chance, but we'll see. We did get a commitment. 4-star defensive tackle Garrison Wayne. Locked out on Sendejo. Guthrie. That one's kind of tough. We are the number 11 team in the nation. Micah Gilbert, Mountain West Offense Player of the Week. We are guaranteed a shot in the college football playoff. Guaranteed. We're going to find out who our opponent is. We'll check out the final season stats here, of course, subject to change as Sendejo picks Alabama. We're in a recruiting battle with Oklahoma State for Glenn Denson. As Sokovie White-Helton is your Heisman winner. Georgia receiver, dominant. Dominant year. And here in year 3, against all odds, we have made the college football playoff. And can you imagine what they'd be saying online? This team lost to BYU in week 1. But this team lost to Colorado State. Maybe Boise State wasn't as good as they were ranked, because we smashed them really twice. They came back in the first game, and then we said, hey, that's not going to happen twice. And then dominated them. Ole Miss is on the schedule here. That's a tough one. That's going to be a tough task. But the fact that we even made it here is so awesome. Didn't think we could have possibly been in position. Yet, we're fighting for it, right? We've got a chance. We've got a chance. I shouldn't have taken hours off because Tennessee's going to go ahead. I forgot this is the week where you can't do anything. But, there's not really much to talk about. And I said I would go over the season stats here briefly. Of course, these season stats will change following the college football playoff game. But Kerry Mears, upset about playing time, even though he was the starter. He's not going to transfer. He'll be fine. He started the entire season. Drew didn't even record a snap. Even though the year could have been better for Kerry Mears. I thought he was pretty good. 9 rushing touchdowns. Jaden Scott, I thought, was good enough. Receiving, Elodie, far and away the most catches, yards, and touchdowns in really a not great passing offense. He will not live to see... Well, he'll be alive, but he will not be playing in the college football playoff. And wouldn't it be devastating if he never got a chance to? Wish the pressure was a bit better. Masai Delome actually led us in picks with 4. King Crothers got 2. But we're going to jump in here. Ole Miss. That is a tough, tough opponent. We'll take a look at the coordinators and see who makes the best sense for us. Bob Chesney, I like the idea of. He's got architect already, scheme guru. Won't necessarily help us recruit much, but we'll take a look around. We may even end up waiting. In fact, we probably will. And because it's the first round of the college football playoff, guess where we are? Oxford, Mississippi. Home field advantage for the Rebels. Hey, we got here. We got here. I'm not going to say, we have no chance to win, but this is going to be a tough opponent. This is going to be a tough opponent. Where's the Wyoming section? How is he in the corner a little bit there? See this, working up the corner of the end zone there. We're backed up to the 7. Stadium pulse going crazy. This is going to be so bad. But hey, we got there. We got here. Aiden, thanks for the tier 1. And that ball is knocked down at the line. We had the cross. That might have been thrown into the head of one of the offensive linemen. Here's 3rd and 9. That's actually wide open. Micah Gilbert picks up the first. It's not a 3 and out to start, at least. Oh, they ran with that pretty well. What is that coverage? Okay. Yeah, they've got some athletes. They've recruited well, clearly. But not well enough to stop Mike Whalen. Stiff arming ahead. 15 yards for the true freshman back. Kind of got bumped there. I know we had the corner down the field. It's just a longer throw. Pressure was getting in there. We had to make a split-second decision. Dude, this Ole Miss defense is flying around, though. Oh, Micah Gilbert, that would have been great. Again, the ball's got to come out so quickly. Saw them blitzing again, tried to make a split-second decision. Crowd's going crazy. Kerry Mears on the move. Linebacker, turn around. Look at Kerry Mears. Breaking ankles. And not kneecaps. No disrespect to Ezekiel Elodie. Kerry Mears, are you kidding me? To the sideline. Mears finds Jalen Smith, first down. I said earlier, Kerry Mears does have some sneaky make-you-miss ability in the open field. It's intercepted. The bubble screen just kept drifting away. Shouldn't have thrown it. Didn't see the corner until too late. And then when we switched on, we couldn't control him. Just kept drifting up the field. And that's where Kerry's scary for real. That is a completely avoidable mistake. Ole Miss pick 6. That might be the game. Brutal mistake. Brutal mistake. They're going to go hurry up. Austin Simmons, touchdown. Not out of it yet. Need points here. Kerry Mears is cold. All it took was one play. One mistake. And we will punt. But our defense gets us the ball back. 1 minute. We got to make something happen, man. That looks open. Good ball from Mears. Micah Gilbert takes it back in Ole Miss territory. We got to get Kerry on fire again. Clock's ticking. Still 2 timeouts. Shot down the field for Scott. Can't make the play. Okay. That's fine. Mears stepping up. Kerry shut down. Let's call a timeout. 3 is not ideal, but it's better than 0. Can we get a quick playoff? Kind of want to save that timeout. I know time's running out. But this is so we can go over the middle of the field, potentially. 6 seconds. We still have the timeout. Ball's got to come out instantly. Thrown to the end zone. Jalen Smith can't find it. We had it. Sandvik to kick. No good. I think that might be his first miss of the season. And we come away with 0. Not that it really mattered. Down 24. Never really even looked at anybody else. It's just one of those games, man. They're just better. Maybe this game looks different if we didn't throw the pick 6 to start. But we did, so. Jalen Smith nearly coming down with it. There was a hold anyway. I don't know why he's celebrating the incompletion. Did you check his underdog account or something? It's PR Bibbs who actually may transfer out. 38-0. And now, at this point, we're just leaving Kerry Mears out there to get smashed. A learning experience for the true sophomore quarterback. And what can he even learn? That we are not as good? I guess that's the big lesson. It's like when you hit a child for discipline. You teach them that getting hit hurts. I don't know. If you want to beat your kid, you know what? Go for it. Within reason. Don't get out of control. I'm kidding. 38-0. This is the time of the night where I get delirious. We did get points. We got 39-6. Feel good about that. Kerry Mears had a disaster game. Only one interception. He did fumble. So did Jaden Scott, who was 7 for 9. Receiving, Micah Gilbert played well. Gotta love that. And defensively, we didn't actually do anything. Good season, though. Hey, we've got some decent coordinators available. So Aaron Henry has talent developer, motivator, and recruiter. We don't know where they are in any of these, but he does have talent developer, which is quite good. Matthew Entz has the Iowa pipeline compared to Wisconsin. He's got recruiter, strategist, scheme guru, all quite good. And then Jaden Caleb has Oklahoma. He is recruiter, strategist, tactician. I think Entz is the one. He has the best overall coach prestige, and I think the best overall abilities, it would appear. We're going to offer Matthew Entz. Hopefully he makes the right call and comes to Wyoming. The transfer portal, as always, will be huge. The fact that we were able to salvage that season and make a college football playoff game after losing to Colorado State is incredible. Matthew Entz is our new defensive coordinator. I think that's a great hire. And the national championship will be Miami and USC. Ole Miss went to the semifinal, lost by 3 to Miami. So Ole Miss was no joke this year. Ole Miss was pretty good. We'll see who our national champion is for college football. But again, I think you got to say this was a great season overall, as it's been every year, and kind of the way it should be. We won the most games that we've won. 8 in 2025, 9 in 2026, 11 in 2027. Maybe we win 12 or 13 in year 4. I think we might play another season in the Mountain West. We could consider a move to the Big 12. That might be a better fit to go take on BYU. That's an option. It's not going to be a decision that's made right now, as Miami beats USC in the national championship. And we will get ready for the offseason. Again, great season. Got to be really happy with, how things went. Kerry Mears is ready to transfer. He's not going to because he played the entire season. Everybody else could be a bit of a question mark. Well, this was not really something I saw coming. Micah Gilbert wants to leave to be a 5th-round pick as a redshirt sophomore. Thought we'd have another year with him. And we do. Micah Gilbert has decided to stay, but this will almost certainly be our final year. Adam Hawks has extremely high persuasion chance. He is back as well. Matt Lovelace looking to leave, and he will be leaving. Hitting the portal. Pierre Bibbs also hitting the portal. Kind of a big loss. It's a star development sophomore tackle. That's a big one. John Battle is fine to go. Greg Felix has decided to stay. Pat Heflin can transfer. Steven Perez, maybe, as depth, has decided to stay. I mean, John Battle's depth. I think we just need Jonathan Bush has decided to stay as well, just because we don't have really anything on the offensive line. And those are all of our persuades. Sort by overall, Zabian Brown, projected to be a round 1 player. I'm excited about that. Losing Matt Lovelace is kind of tough, but I think with the end of his Wyoming career, it just kind of makes the most sense. We're moving on. But Pierre Bibbs is one I'm super disappointed about. Are we really losing anyone of value? Eric Sandvik, I guess, would be the biggest one. And Zabian Brown in the portal, obviously. Great addition for us, but hopefully he ends up being a 1st-round pick. That's going to be really good. That'll let us get talent developer here in the near future. And we shall see what the draft results are. I think Zabian Brown's going to be a first-round pick. That should do well enough to get us talent developer as an unlock. And it does. Zabian Brown is drafted in round 1. So, as long as we spend 20 in Tactician, we'll be able to unlock Talent Developer, which is pretty cool. You get bonus XP for when players are drafted, but also freshman and sophomore of those positions will progress faster. I've never really done Talent Developer, but we can actually just straight unlock it. So, that's kind of fun. I don't know that we're going to get bonus XP now, because the DBs were already drafted. But, we might save these points for now. We'll see. We'll see. But, yeah, really good season. Got to get ready for the portal here. We have unlocked Talent Developer. What does the portal have in store? We have 900 hours. Obviously need to take some of these players off the board that are just not going to be picking us, unfortunately. LeBourne, we should have just put 50 on and said, hey, we can guarantee a 5-star. That's pretty good. Just didn't do it. We got to salvage this class in the portal. Deuce Knight would have been quite an interesting addition. Texas in the market for a quarterback. LeBron Bond, transferring from Texas Tech. Who will actually give us a chance, though? Spike Sowles, a sophomore transfer center, would be an instant starter. Lincoln Cure would be an instant starter. He's number 1 for us. Jordan Davison at running back could be impactful. Former Texas Longhorn Zeno Umeozulu. And you can see that because of our coordinator, strategist is bringing down that team need for us, or that deal breaker for us, which is kind of nice. All right, there's definitely some talent here. Probably will look to bring in a corner. You know, replacing Zabian Brown's not going to be especially easy. So, you know, I feel like we're going to be in a good spot. There's a transfer freshman corner. That would be a great addition. But I like to go after the sophomores and freshmen in here. You have a longer, you know, time to develop those guys. You can make them better. And, yeah, we'll take a look and see what we end up getting. It is what it is. Unfortunately, we do lose Glenn Denson to Oklahoma State. And as we've been doing the entire year, it's time to pivot and figure out, okay, which players are actually going to be able to play for us next season. It's not going to be Miles Arakpo. Could be Chad Carrion, though. Getting a good transfer freshman receiver or 2 would be quite nice. Certainly want to upgrade a tight end. And we might have even found a quarterback. Jared Morey. Really strong arm, very accurate, decent speed. He likes playing time, and he's not going to play right away. But if he's okay for some reason to sit a year, he'll end up being the starter. And maybe even more than a year. So there would start to become some questions there, but I feel pretty good about where everything is. Pierre Bibbs, he wants to come back to Wyoming. He didn't realize what he was missing. So, and we'll see what happens. That's all we can do. I gave up on John Higgins. I just preferred the 50 hours elsewhere. He's going to end up with Wisconsin, but if we can get Sowles, I don't care. It seems like maybe we won't be able to get him, so might have been another mistake there. I am getting used to making those on the recruiting trail. I would love to upgrade at linebacker. I just don't know how that's going to happen currently. And I'd love to upgrade at defensive tackle long term, even though we're okay for one more season there. Again, I just don't know how it's going to happen. And when you're going up against these top schools with these, you know, big time pipelines, forget about it. It's just not going to happen. So I do like the linebackers that we're bringing in. We simply can't hang with these top schools when going after the cornerbacks and, you know, a lot of these just high-value positions in general. It's just tough. And really, anything. The top schools with big pipelines just beat you. They just beat you. That's always a good sign. 4-star linebacker out of the high school ranks. Tyrese Beatty has committed to be a Wyoming Cowboy. Our class is going to end up at least top 50 and probably even significantly higher than that. I'm really liking the players that will end up committing. Really, really liking. So I think not only are we going to end up with quantity, again, of course, Oregon, but we're also going to end up with a really good amount of quality players as well, especially at receiver. And receiver looked so bad, we can't get the week for DJ Pickett, who we really shouldn't have gone after in the first place because he wasn't even on our board to start. He just randomly allowed us to start recruiting him. But the fact that he's got a week 4 to Mizzou means we don't really have a chance there. But receiver especially, like Leon Folsom is 6'3", 212. Not that fast, but everything's so good except for catching traffic. He can catch. He's a great route runner with incredible release. He's only a transfer freshman. His attributes are ridiculous. So, like, we are getting a legitimate superstar caliber player if Leon Folsom picks Wyoming over Wake Forest. I hope he will make the right decision. Got our final hours allocated. I think we end up with a class of 25 to 30. Probably something in that range. And again, I think it's going to be quite good. There will be some that are sniped at the final hour, especially a lot of these guys at the top. Ole Miss could very easily come away with Tristan Fortenberry. Tulane could very easily come away with Cortez Thomas with a visit. Miami or Oregon could win out on DeMarcus Bloom. You know, I know these names may not mean anything to you now, but you can see the positions and the class rankings for a lot of these transfers. I don't know that we get Spike Sowles over Kentucky. But for the most part, it's going to be a good class. I'm disappointed because it's not as good as it was last year, probably. But I think this is going to be a class that kind of sets the foundation of what this team will ultimately become. And we're getting so many good transfer freshmen. Look at these receivers come flying in. And Xavier McGee can fly, we're hoping. Speedster type. And there's a potential quarterback of the future in Jared Morey. Some of these are going to be real 50-50s. And maybe even not as good as that. You know, maybe 80-20s. But unfortunately, the 80s going towards another school and 20% chance goes to us. But a lot of 3-stars. This is a good class. At the end of the day, we need to remember that it's Wyoming. It's tough to convince players to come out and play for us. Only going into year 4. We only just won our first conference championship. We only just played in our first college football playoff game. Leon Folsom looked incredible. Pierre Bibbs is back. It's the second time we've seen that Pierre Bibbs committed screen in Wyoming Dynasty. Zena Umeozulu, good 4-star transfer. The O-line definitely has a lot of pieces that we can develop on it. Who do we miss out on? Javian Hilson, Florida State. That one was tough because that would have been a good upgrade over, off the edge. Cortez Thomas, DeMarcus Bloom, Lincoln Cure. Lose out on all them. Niles Obi picks SMU, and Darius Dixon picks UCLA. And not everyone has even decided, unfortunately, which is weird. It was not decided. There surely are players in here that... No, everyone's on here. Okay, well, our class ends up being number 27. Looks like a pretty good class. A 5-star, 4 4-stars, 21 3-stars, and 2 2-stars. It's a pretty good class. Let's check out the development traits. Jared Morey. Normal. Ugh. It's probably a 3-star dual threat with good attributes. Those guys just have normal dev. Leon Folsom with impact. Chad Carrion with star. Impact for Josh Smith. Normal for Xavier McGee. At tight end, we did get Shamar Easter, transfer junior, who has star, despite missing out on Lincoln Cure. A lot of normal dev here on the offensive line. Pierre Bibbs, we knew had star. And so does Hudson Schultz, a transfer freshman. Missed out on Spike Sowells. Unfortunately, he had star. That would have been awesome. Zena Umeazulu has star, though. Shipman with impact. He might end up playing defensive tackle at 272. Impact for Wayne. Normal for Floyd Boucard. Nothing crazy here. Drango only normal. Obi had normal as well. At corner, you know, we ended up with 2. Trey Glasper and the 5-star Tevin Chacon, who has elite development. Unfortunately missed out on star dev Cortez Thomas, but Dorian Wick, the transfer freshman, has star dev. Might even prefer that. So again, a really good class here for us. Could have been better, obviously, but pretty good overall. And we'll worry about position changes and development and all of those things. And hopefully we find a few diamonds in the rough. We're moving on up in the world. I think we've conquered the Mountain West. We are moving to the Big 12. And that is where I leave you. Thank you so much for watching. We are officially into the Big 12. Our conference prestige will be going up. And so will our overalls pretty soon. But you'll see that at the start of next episode. Going to do some upgrades with the chat live on Twitch. And I will see you in the next one. Welcome Wyoming to the Big 12. I'll give you a sneak peek here of the interested prospects. There is at least 2... I was going to say there are at least 2 5-stars. There are 3 5-stars that want to be Wyoming Cowboys. Times are a-changin'. I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.